etiefo ya tena se ye de agudem nsopapa no e de brem kopem se dumienu ebebo garbage ma tena se enche amane ne nsam no aboabo dodo no ano a ode ebrem wie ya no na ye de afisema ya aboabo no of course enso etimi e de amamo awo dwumadie no so entibra YouTube Insha TV oba share dwumadie no emame asino subscribe ya na odo message na ka ho yakoba na yaka messages awodo amode eba show no so enedue na yakenkan kama pa di amama no aya YouTube Insha TV enti subscribe na fa message no aka ho sanso na TV so okuta multi TV decoder mesa wono anse obe search for Insha TV unyanso a just scan decoder no na onso etie dwumadie no bi ewo ana so betimi ahwe live ewo ho eno ye Insha TV on your multi TV decoder na fe yemfa at the Friday edition of Nhyira Digital Passport dwumadie no emfa emremo na de tene se lami yama aranti ya asebo ni girlfriend akoye interview na ababa wano bombshell bi akwakototo no in fact ade na no den na uti abaya na ose lami yama ne ma pani nyina the manager na yemfa so bono money manager na ede enti no ose yemfa so bono money manager in fact yewo details of the interview ababa wano so conduct here for yedini nyina no ede bremo awo aye dwumadie no so Sadio Busquets nyame ya adoma season we eba aye na wie ya ono so ade ne career ni na no eba na wie ya no so awon komo ha Chelsea against Brighton this weekend yes na Kupama entimi Anthony amfa ama aye Chelsea and so ye de hon komo ade ba na okọ Spain so Adela Fonte ono na Spain national team no coach and as a head coach at the moment and Barcelona coach Hans-Dieter Flick amo dia bom enyasam kitokra on a brand defense Lami Yama and also ayen koma ye de eba na La Liga gamer etodwa Real Oviedo amo tifie ma Barca kutwa me kamensa amo te kano eye ba ko ni sempi ni na garbage eba or the sound community na no e de bedan yen e wo dwumadie no so na ye be fia Sante Kodogonso ne omo free Ghana do money achim awo Lagos Nigeria ansa na omo awrem awo Abiakuta no mo ene Kwara United game the second leg you know and so etimi abaso na your traveling squad no ha ni na ne koba ne abedi sound common of course baby any Ghost Stars so omo so free Ghana ne ya na omo so edo money achim awo Algeria in fact omo so my transit awo eye Turkey ansa no mo awrem awo eye Algeria and so hon komo awo ha yeba yebedi enso awo eye dwumadie no so na House of Folk ejina kono Ghana Premier League week 3 matches no House of Folk and Techman 11 wonders and ebebo and so hon komo awo ha didi dramani akasa ahead of the game ni na no gise garbage am ka bi de for na tiefo ode akwam ni abana fe yabedi san komo ni na awo the Friday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports live on your TV Nhyira TV and your multi TV decoder and so and after YouTube and so Nhyira TV oba or subscribe ya na odo message na ka ho yan komra na afi garbage am ka bi de for na atifo on dwumadi na se emfa emai Richard ni the show is airborne. Mr. Wadaruma, Bemena.
Emphasize on income.
Oh, now it's
answer me.
Obidumbi. I told you this year. So I know on this half when you didn't come on.
Say me
humble question.
Maybe me tell me besides say only Kupama no didn't come on. Okay, say Kupama say. So say Kupama.
Okay, let me rephrase.
And a wow say.
Okay, me ba. The yet say. Muko Pama ya mudini dwa nipa ho akwa agro on sheda nya de sa. Yes was say. Yes say or no ko Pama ne say. Coach no kra tactics no. ono incident kweyi ma no.
Okay, no problem.
And some of the players and so allegedly.
Yeah.
Yes, what I'm also say. The coach you know too arrogant.
Okay.
Some is so diplomatic okotra journalist anima no can boom 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 boom. No the players at them rough.
Okay.
Usubo umobi.
Okay. Wait.
And can't speculations.
And main can't say speculations, Mr. Opa.
That's how too much.
Main can't say speculations that me we are. What I will see as speculations, Mr.
So I'm both
me pacho, Mr. Why uko court there man, you no crane you win case o. No nim na semka. Na wasem no we win ka. Wo na will see a speculation. Na me be say na speculation na wa carry ana. E ho na ubufu yi na me say okay, ubufu dia, ubekasa more krante na me say nyawo. Na what yes mo na say we wie, no about back. But you said it. We be bisa asemo.
Kiti nsimbe bre yare.
We be bisa asemo.
Yeah.
We mean some uncle for kafa. Have you heard some of them?
Bebre.
Have you heard some of them?
Oh, me na.
Me ya you because I don't know because be kire me. And it's asem no. Se ni pono ni baby e udware ya ohu, but o ka kire me. I was wondering. I was saying. Obi ka dey with you. Mr. Erokrada.
What's in the band today?
But that means we can ha.
What do
you
like okay,
I said me. This is the paro.
Only Jerry.
Sebi. Baby obo adeja. This is the people in Zahobi as well. But you got about catch him say now boss of crash. Hey. Senior na say na okay. I don't know speculation. If you don't know, me say speculation my farmer. Because me say speculation.
Okay.
Then me be sorry.
But you some question na.
Me say sa reason
the no catch on no cre. Sa na nyame bo me.
You dey bu.
Salam.
Well, PM no so. Be the manifest. I'm a bedroom now. Problem to see for anyway. Hey, senior man.
So
we do as here, Mishia, trot driver, the friend of Pietus.
All right.
Now, so if you bossy, over far, Nkusia, and the car be say, now 30 pounds, bossy 40-30.
Okay.
Now, who's a new woman or saying, or Bano have a catch him to tea and the car, and I say, see, I see now. I see. Also, be January, it's inch Pietus and Ubia with you or bossy. Many are dancing pattern. We are very grateful.
Sure.
Which Spanish La Liga, the list of the coach of the month, ABBA. And this month's coach of the month, 3 by Eda Sarabia, Jabi Alonso, and Hansi Dita Flick. We know when Komaka Kaum. Automatically, we know where this is going, right?
I think a 2
for the coach of the month. One way.
More strong contention for coach of the month.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
And then Xabi Alonso.
Yeah. But in the month of September, August in review, Xabi Alonso has not lost on dropping 1 point clear. But Anthony Taflick about draw back against Vallecado. So it looks as if this one is going to go for Xabi Alonso. I want to ask you this. Any Obia OTA, which did you ever envisage? Say you be season after 5 games. And the first 2 coach of the month on the Banana, Xabi Alonso will be rubbing shoulders with Anthony Taflick.
Never. Especially with our first game I'm here.
Yeah.
Madrid ball Oviedo, right?
Yeah.
Our first game Oviedo. And I didn't like the way our Madrid ball on ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, Xabi Alonso,
But I don't know why is it at the start now opposite Madrid no born a phantom.
No, and you're born if per se. The Madrid are near in
Yes.
I didn't see that Madrid.
Okay.
Madrid was starting league.
Yeah.
Now players in the park and so on.
Yeah.
You could see that. Look, some sort of sense of urgency be.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah, baby, because you're starting La Liga.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that.
But that's what they did to win the game.
Normal team.
That was what they did to win the game. In that game that you're talking about against Real Oviedo, it was a little bit difficult win for Madrid, but they got a job done.
Yeah. And I think plus the Mazabi Alonso.
And especially
to manage games.
Yes, and I think for me that is the best thing for Xabi. So, we usually don't give credit to some of these things. But simple decisions are very important. Time about Benchi Vinicius Jr. Time about Vinicius Jr. Time about starting Mbappe. The role of Mastantuono and Federico Valverde, it is integral. And when Carlo Ancelotti last season and all the seasons at Madrid, it was using the chaotic nature of Madrid players. No? So you see, Vini Jr. It's not Caribou or a direct or but when they didn't have the ball, it was a problem. So when Xabi Alonso came in, the job is simple. You make us a ball here about the ball. It's hinged largely on say you need body, but you need one that we can press. And it is clear who is Madrid for Libya, and now Vini Jr. said it. So it's about pressing today. Yes, Omubo against Atletico de Madrid. I think in October or November they are playing their first El Clasico or Santiago Bernabeu. It is not going to be the same because yes, press it, but who's your team with Barcelona? The press structure and scheme has to be perfect, and yes, you get torn apart easily. But for where the job has been done, and Xabi Alonso Juma there, which he deserves to be the coach of the month or Spanish La Liga, and all the good things that is happening for Real Madrid, which for the player of the month,
and it's obvious, Mbappe.
Which you see, Pedro need numbers now. Only numbers of Mbappe because I think Mbappe has about 10 goals and assists. You know, only a plus Champions League, but in the league, I think someone 8 goals and assists in the opening games of the season. You know, that is huge. Cristiano Ronaldo's highest goal scoring first few games now was Mbappe even trumps that number. So, how, as it stands now, it is clear, say he's going to kill a little Mbappe. Then, maybe Pedro Gonzalez can rival him because of how good he was. In 2 or 3 games about this season, they needed goals. I think the game against Levante, the equalizer came from bench friend Pedro Gonzalez. So he's important. And even with everything a football club Barcelona or club bottom, he has been very important. But of course, notable mention to a bench friend Pablo Fornals of Real Betis and a bench friend Vargas of Sevilla, and of course, a bench friend Eta Ayong. Which is this the Mbappe season? For Madrid to get to the level, first, even somebody makes the Champions League this season. They say Madrid are perennial favorite to win the Champions League. Are they that this season?
Madrid is all about Champions League.
It's
always a
top 3 Champions League. Madrid is still there.
Madrid back home. Always.
Say Ometinyaji.
Sure.
That is a top 3.
Yeah.
And then the bit more really trophy, no.
Some of the bit Champions League.
Xabi Alonso experience of taking a team unbeaten until the final day of the game, no, with Leverkusen. Then he has come to take the Madrid team. And when you to him, say he is doing the simple, sensible things in the Madrid team and results neighbor. And he looks to have coincided with Abrante for the Kylian Mbappe's almost best form in recent times for himself. Plus, in Kofurefi, Vini Jr. free bench in reach. Well, must 6 goals and assists in his first few games for Real Madrid this season. It's Vini Jr. Kana. If you say, oh, but considering maybe more or Cheng He's still coming from the bench and he's scoring. He's influencing games. The last game that Madrid played, Mbappe had the brace, but Vini Jr. scored the opener with a Trivela. And Vini is playing, Mbappe is playing. I remember when Mbappe was about to come under Carlo Ancelotti, and they were quite a little bit worried about was how were those two players going to telepathically play together? And we ended up saying, okay, maybe there may not be any issues, but how can that give us balance? Rich. Xabi Alonso solve a balance problem and I damn a lot of teams.
I'm solving still now.
No, he's there. You're on Amquano so. And you're perfect.
Because me first, now who is a Madrid problem now I'm front three.
Yeah.
No one take it.
Yeah.
As a debut, I'm for one and running.
Yeah.
But Zabi,
yeah.
You could clearly see say I'm gonna start with the press.
Yeah. And now Oshana say
Lucy born so always Anya Shekrano, over Vinicius.
Yeah.
I was the center circle of.
And even for most games, Campuno, he has not started with players of Sha Omwano. Usually the last game of Moboya, he started the front three, including Gonzalo Garcia, and played Vini Jr. and then played Abenche Feno, Kylian and Mbappe. The game prior, he played the top two and added Franco Mastantuano. And then Madrid proper top three are able in games all through. No, he looks as if he is Franco Mastantuano. Who is part of it? These are debates maybe a tactical board. He looks as if there's Franco Mastantuano, which Judaba.
Mastantuano in Bobo.
So Jude, Jude is better than Chai.
I can't say Jude better than Chai, but
Obama
match. I'm telling you, we've been in Shanada. Miss Shano, FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Bow and Shada sight me, sir. Boba Madrid. Such a young boy now, about Real Madrid, first season. Vini Mukraba and Obraka Cow
is a South American Orano.
Yeah.
And he's just
mobile, man, fan said they are branded by now.
He's just 17 years.
Charlie Mastantuano guy, super player.
Or just 17 years.
More direct. Yeah. More day.
But so Jude say direct. Jude is one day.
Oh, they're a brand to win Bobo.
But I mean, even pushing you to the
Mastantuano.
Are you choosing Jude Bellingham or Mastantuano to start? Jude is fit 100%.
Eddie and Jude Bobo.
No, means I say, only a fit out. Jude never started. I don't Mastantuano.
Sure.
Will Jude work as hard as Mastantuano does off the ball?
No.
Is he another the balance question in the Sambana? Because you see, Mastantuano won't know. Yeah, Juma. Because Mastantuano doesn't care to work for Mbappe. Even other bullets, say Madrid bomb 4-2-3-1 and see Bono and all of those variations. Say even other bullet as a tenor, other does not care to work for a friend is saying Kylian Mbappe. One thing that people have not realized, and I'll tell you here, is 10 years about your friend other bullet best at Tibiano. Mbappe is able to drift to the left for other to occupy the box. International Madrid team now consistently other bullet gets into the final box occupation, to do the due job. Rich, you say coach is need to I can say, you coach a open selection dilemma and headaches now. I don't know if that is what still Abrantier friend Xabi Alonso wants, but this front three of Abrantier friend Franco Mastantuano, Vini Jr. and Abrantier friend Kylian Mbappe looks like it is working magic for Football Club Real Madrid this weekend. Almost against Atletico de Madrid. In a Madrid derby, the first Madrid derby of the season. And I think that's going to be the first major test. Mijitum say Ode Omo compare Atletico de Madrid. Yesterday was the only second win for Atletico de Madrid of Spanish La Liga. And it was a labeled 3-2 win. Which, in Gofo don't know that Real Vallecano is a Madrid team. They are also in Madrid. And the major three Madrid clubs, the Vallecano, Atletico de Madrid, and Real Madrid. And now, Atletico football mini Madrid derby, and in that it was a hat trick from Abrantia, your friend Julian Alvarez. Rich, people say that. Say a band of finishing. People say Julian Alvarez is better than Haaland.
Finishing.
If you've not paid attention to it, you come back to it. That's what people are saying.
Julian Alvarez.
I would say a band of finishing.
Oh, you say no City.
Yeah.
No one Haaland now.
His finishing was good.
Men can't so anyade
Yeah.
Kofi. Haaland need it. Look, He's a complete striker. Ebi a born a born. Julian Alvarez a born.
Born be a complete striker. Just a section of so striker. You for to net.
Now Bobo on the
I think that is one thing that say if we can do the analysis well. I see the efficiency of a goal scorer. Minutes to goal ratio is important, and even XG to goal ratio is important.
Sure.
If we get time, we look at it. But now, Obeli out Atletico de Madrid, only the second win of the season from our brand friend Julian Alvarez in Sag game. No, this week Madrid have Usika here. We didn't say Falamari.
Atletico Madrid team, but your own Kofi games will be sad. Maybe I'm a your tactics.
But yes,
yeah. I have bragging right.
Tactics by me no kwa. Yeah.
Me can't say tactics.
Yeah, understand. That's a major factor.
With the derby games, you know.
Yeah.
And I rough.
Yeah.
Inti drew a players and I can't say nebo.
Yeah.
Saben and ye 4-2-2 one yatem bia. Yep, bragging right. Inti drew I mean, Obi able so ye be send a point game no na say on the winner, but on the first of the pink sheet there. So will be any Real Madrid a favorite.
Face on
the face of the pitch. You and I were not there.
The Spanish La Liga table is a 5 points gap between Madrid and Barcelona. And one year. So Madrid for keep on managing games and getting the results. Now, Barca Sanso sleeping Biema, they are going to get problems. If Barca sleeps a game, whether it is a draw, whether it is a win, it will be hard to catch them. And Abian coming Casa, if Madrid did not have an experienced manager in terms of winning the league, yes, it is not the Spanish La Liga, but it is a league where we won. Being an underdog of a sort. Now you buy Leverkusen for manager. I was a league when you buy Leverkusen, had a big boy. It is Bayern Munich. And even after Bayern Munich, it is not Leverkusen. It is Dortmund. He had kept that team together for 2 seasons and they peaked at the right time. Going and beating with managers like Thomas Tuchel in that league. And the manager in the dugout of Barcelona is a German. So if you want to read meanings, you may want to do that. Go ahead. But it's a game where Barca phoning him say, BBC, but Sanyama Nkuya, then maybe cockroaches will begin to come out from the cracks. They'll begin to ask themselves questions. And I'm going away to Red of Yedo. Inka, this is a match where Barca automatically, bookmakers say 70% for Barca to win.
I was about him, no?
I was about him, no, away. Now, and the not so good news that came was that Abranche friend Gavi Prano is going to be out for long. And then our players still be sending messages Serrano to see say okay, he is going to be fine and go and play his football. Which Hansen Interflexi. The style of football where he plays and almost very aggressive, no? Almost you need balls in the back, almost turning over possession. No? Whether home or away, that's how he will play. And in going away to the Oviedo, what is in the latest data about in the Spanish La Liga, Oviedo for the transitional threats, but he will still go into that game, pressing, counter pressing, winning the ball high, and then gets the goals quicker for him. And Okoko Barca training now, almost everybody is available, except that Lamine Yamal will not play this game. Maybe over the weekend game on the ball, Lamine Yamal will get some minutes, then he can go on and go and play. Which the absence of Lamine Yamal from Barca team now, still they have been unbeaten in that run. Does it presuppose that the Barca team is near perfect? Because the star man is out and they are scoring. Ferran Torres will say the start of the season is the best that he has had in a long time. Fermin Lopez, when he has to start, he's getting the goals. Robert Lewandowski was taking part of the team.
Ante Edia Tumini and Opay Yatanas Yaden Crawford so and Samana de Banti. What the answer by Jenny or YouTube and all Insure TV or YouTube handle. And now first way to my Jenny the fee so and Insure TV or Multi TV. The code and so called Multi TV the code and so and also Insure TV when I saw be Ahena at me Bampato. What the other man not what scan and I saw Pobia Mana scan Hedia Masani Abaya. When you Insure TV now when you are Papi Edia Bampato, the 10 year YouTube and all the comments them at your baby premier Becky Canina at Yama was a shower doing now Sasano, quite the many Quenano Pano Muja at Church Napa. I would have summoned the elbow Adiaba Quia as son of Pobenia Janaba Eddie and answer the Padiano, then your Janapadia Abua Amatasa Wadi and Swabaya Pa a sentimental mobile Bessow and answer Obi Abisasa Afa and the web Jania Kamakata sir Esman Kitchen dear and a restaurant both continental and local. This is Nina. Ubenya be and sweat the outdoor in Binaya event Binaya birthday Binaya Nasa Puntobi and Autona Ubenyo bet me. I had Janet Yamana dia Savo dia and yes man kitchen and I'm come for Ediama Baba Yara Sports to the main gate also the pen Albenoma travel light Nasia and nice man kitchen elbow now with himself Monday Diomedi Maya point and kill and no catfish and what's an edge or messages and come at Ediama Auto or catfish in the area or man to Adriana Adiakaho and a free side disa Womadi Emma Ada Sombema fried Yamana Sombema Banku Womema Jollof rice and as a fried air rice nafe and no etmim ama Wadiana Wotoneno at my Kama Ediama every Wednesday and a pizza Wednesday Biano Wuto pizza is Malkitna Womosa to another pizza now first wet me enjoy every Thursday and the another say will be a quiet man kitchen Equadi Biana and your Bankuni tilapia Woto no massa to another Banku with tilapia na enjoyment na ya kama ede mama kato se bia ba kwa eba no free juice na omo ma bibia bi anso is marketing one be ma tangerine orange ho ana fe mix free juice no one be ma bia fe ginger ne pineapple no mama mango na wa enjoy na no ya kama number sabe to me and your matoka se e so no 0265 7070 and 0248 865 046 na what's what face man kitchen when you're journey di bagato said journey baba de winya di dia ezo nya drinks bi aka hom enu ye piva beverages we ba dawo mo no di piva drinks ade aba we enso aye soft drinks bibi bia yo be hia soft drinks ne dia aye piva beverages adawo mo ana chesa ma wonsa aka bi ade aba ko ni o mo di piva aye cola flavor ade aba o mo orange flavor ana mo tangerine enu ye tangerine ana for mo grapes ana cocktail do e want to di djuma bia na we be hia soft drinks dia Piva beverages and I'm come for them and numbers are we bet me no me din come 055 00322 31 afa when you almost no awia bomi ye pa afa pa pomedina ti akwan apomedin ya de hu ya ye pa na ni pediano e be gina brand de gina nyom miensa we so e kunu Ghana limited na di sa no pa miensa we so aba ba ko ye araba bazenta beta ye medo e bo ba bia menstrual pains menstrual disorder se betrase e de ma wo yo ba na wuchem na akame se dubu sumia na eno aye bibia ho o menstrual cycle no esesa wan ka wo de 28 wo be hu se atwam na nam 30 afa wo a wo de ne 30 na chasa keka 40 ne ade basa adwene ye pa so menstrual cycle no wunya ne kama de edu e bebo no aye araba bazenta beta afa wo yo ba wuni wura sampama wonti ntwide edu e bebo no araba bazenta beta afa bonus infertility eno bebo etu ni nyina se kama de ma afa wo me de mesakil so ba mesakil ye be me do be me bia Christmas in na ba betu ase adama we be do elf from anasa a slow reaction na attitude premature ejaculation we dey and the boss na chese team kaja we bua he e ba say ha adwene pa enti edo ba bon aya mesakil kunu Ghana limited sin new pay uko pharmacy and drug shop bia benya bia to anu ati we be untu capsule e dey aba we dey piso e dey ma ba ma bia ba ma atado so tentem we don so we ti ya wo ba mam afens we gu nsu we wa prim ceasefire edo bia nka dem be unsa we dey na do egu so adopedope and come here so Obama waka aye process enlargement na attitude we do aye untu capsule pe bi no ma na mo aye pa do pay we betimi afa kulun Ghana limited I was 0244 429 na wanya do pay bi so anom na no so atimi abo aye pa afa ni pedia ni esi ya dia ya na wo pem papa ada so empa mekamfo e dia ma matters ya kama e wo Ghana na ya dia royal for dia ba royal from the massa aye kama ye papa yesa so comfortable stability and a human ye pa and he we are bad time with him na obane eba be koskwa matters so to edman no and no I royal from essence I promotion no masase wo mo see ene no 4 inches no wo to ya bebe ne bone 350 Ghana pe and after 3 inches student matters no and 320 Ghana wo to no matter free pillow at the account we are school na we benya student matters and no I royal from there no and I come for the ma open do don so to no mesaba first year 02271000 na fe and I no pay mo so ahadu so ye pa data I ade ahunya ye pa we benya data package and no ye come ade and no ye de MTN and so ade abata so mo so no ade ema ye pa na and na MTN say men kan tell say apart from so mo data come no mo no fadi juma wa bra we di mo no edi juma no wonyo opportunity and esiko mo di chiche daily no won set me ka de wonim say we di aye mo app na ya transactions we opportunity say every day wonya 100 Ghana cedis ebi and I say 200 Ghana cedis ebi na okay wonya we di MTN Ghana esiko so na fadi juma no ati wo mo se men kan tell say every week bia no and you betimanya 2000 and so dia two bottom every month when you cry there and you 5000 Ghana betime and dia two bottom and so a japota won say eka massive 200 there and only 100,000 Ghana cedis MTN adi amount we betimanya 50,000 we betimanya 30,000 we betimanya 10,000 Ghana cedis inti and MTN esiko so na for mumo app no fire transactions na fe and it's how they also and say etime aka there sikaba sa there and where you su mobile phone I come and you Franco Adoruma but Franco say what the original Nokia phones in the aba winya Samsung ga won sabe kan de winya iPhones akama pa no wo na makwa for the aba fe eno ati eba ne CCTV camera ene na kadia dia installation ni na no wo no me camera dia ma fe wo mo e smart TV e dia aba wo mo the chest freezers afe wo mo the air refrigerators ene air conditioners so aba wo mo the microwave oven afe blender abanti dem sese wo kitchen afe so phone so be use dia boga Franco Adoruma wo mo say 40% discount and no mede man chano pay would wani chemo kumasi anim say bia and ye baby bebre wo benya Franco Trading Enterprise esan say adum say no eja badju is in chawo mo ebo ho afa challenge dibu shop and so in chawo no pay wo benya mo wo mo ane kofo clinic ana tese edi aye anim hwe ana old makom so in chawo no pay ana afa would wani chemo new kedetia wo benya Franco Trading Enterprise and no pay or say wo ni nin koma e was 0245316969 and as 0560684147 Franco Trading Enterprise so ahabo pa about tiny no diaper papa mekam for adiamam no Flower Kids baby diaper no ya diaper where the boy above fan and pato and run to da and woman emu ya den and jabo for be dia grobi op and ya there say any problem bia answer brano so the diaper so be ba na e bia rest is gu band aha where there come up aniti and mekam for dia more about time bia anti I have Flower Kids baby diaper afenso no ma ye into layers inti sempo abofan ko abadun so agunu ho a eba no num ni nyina ma nyunu na kodi atire wa bra nyunu bi anka abofan mani mamesu enso antete wo aya delta paper meal wo no ma di aya Flower Kids baby diaper e dia ba twama so wo pedo do eto na mesa wo be first 0243 033 na wonso wonsa atimi aka de na ja amanfo so do na atimi anya bi atop eno ati wonim say sia na rapaholic concert na abaso eno be de pona nkasa in town atasa who say float bibia sisa na kwan so enema nyina ekoye na baba Jaro sponsored on the 27th year ana ade say rapaholic no enso abaso den na that means etina de ya bo ade de mama tasa nema enso etimi aya kama ani jeni nyina etimi ewie paye esanse ene ade say on the 26th anti etina 27 massa anya sam kotokra na MTN Ghana say or get to COVID dia wo ye say download the Momo app no ada so be ko App Store ana say we be ko Google Play and na we download the aye Momo app no we download do na we refer ni penum pe we twa any penum refer MTN Ghana say rapaholic take it no ma me no afens with me refer ni pa maku 20 and also VIP last star and also no take it no wo ma me no and your no girlfriend won so and no yere and also kunum betimi enjoy and MTN Ghana say take it free where they download the Momo app na keke na fe so won so refer man for no mo download na fe won so new opportunity na fe take it no won san kana call rapper concert ni bi na nya kama concert na sempacho ye be diska kes am ya de ko enuti na ABC games ana me kan for edema na ABC games no anom anso aye akrade na yanka say ABC dia who choose 3 letters na who choose no ye do no na emu mako miensa epiema no chase wanya sika di boto emom tienie ebia betusu P ubetusu S na watusu R se omoya do na ebia P nkwa piema wosika na odi twae no won beba won premier sa adiama mema refi se every 5 Ghana echo ana betumi di atwa bi afenso se 2 letters na be piema sika na odi twa won beba won premwatwe adiama emom se 3 letters ni nyina piemu dia aye 200 times we stake that means se uwe sika eda won so botoma wo kwa enjoy pa and for phone na dollar star 262 has star 262 has na fe enjoy na nia manya kama from antono ye na wodo makom aye miensa anopa ya make us sie woko adum aye tv a ye do no ba kwa no pa no ndu ana fe enwumere no num so no ye be ye do no ba ko ana ade se anadopa no enum aso ye monkon yasa ya no that one atese eno so atimi abo eno aye ABC games national lottery authority at the stamp na dia sisunti no ena character platform na so mo dida so atese ne ma no aye kama enso ediama na telisol asmen kanto se aye SME month na this SME month no telisol say enum enso aye young entrepreneurs no wo mo na mo bom se na be ya wo mo mam package betumi abo anti we aye industrial first business package wo ma design atese we stay connected na ene wo customers no wo so atimi reach wo na eno so atimi abo mo adwuma na koye pa anti wo mo the boss plan ediaba na the boss plan package ya ewemnie digital marketing tool ata so we be top promo business no we be to promote social media bundles and on the other Instagram Facebook Snapchat and also TikTok na fe we no customers na to me antele afa mo extra data I be to media run business no online afa e man course any SMS we be to send messages all networks course ni na and so can na we to me abo anti anopa tell so so phone na na what dollar star 5959 and answer star 700 has now face well so star 5959 has afa was where nani amanya come from obetumi asend more e dey call 1133 na tell so answer here abona wusu business no etumi abumi na eni amaya come e dey man na no pay no wo mo answer so as high sense as men can talk so mu guso mu di juma na anim say high sense adornment no eni adama se dey wo ba man crofo enso atam nyina ya kama essence omo di chest freezers ade aba omo di refrigerators enso aba na TV no omo compact air television and omo laser television na ho afenso aba na sound system any smartphones omo di bi aba washing machine we sabet me account there eba na rice cookers kettle air fryers ni iron omo na makofa ni nyina de aba high sense say bibi bia obeto market no I have 5 years warranty. I know my Ghana for na baby and regions in no womo anso wo mu showroom woko I have brown region na yesunyane and there say ana be opposite to no pay ana ubenyo mo so ho afenso do wani chemu e brisa no techima no benyo mo mankasim central region ana fe woko oboase asante region onso ubenya mo e oboase afa kumase nim say dia wuri wani chemu kumase sidimu a wo mo ebo edum so no and the post office in cha ho and so no mu showroom baako ewo ho ana fetano so ubenya showroom baako ewo ho ana obesene ekotafo a ene ya Zaria Johnson ubenya license ensom ewo ho no afa kwankan ene ya Timothy Mahia bato na woko dansoma na East Legon ana fem kaso ene La Paz ubenya wo mo so ewo ho gwasi small ewo tema na face woko kanesi na wenya high sense ewo ho enti we say Nathaniel Kwe menim so wo sunti we say mokom dansoma na mo so sabe kam de na no etima kama e de mam sisa wo do nyina so tamale e wo northern region also be nyomo voter region no ai hohoi ana fa east region ana so e ko forija western region dia ana ya takwa de ne takwa wo benya high sense anso ho no me sabe timi no madi nkoma 030255 0000 high sense anso ahwe anso ajosu isi na bibia ya kama e dia ma enti wo ma dawro na no pe no wo mo else asene confirm anso ya kwa dia update na e dia ma na makato say adia ba ko ehu hia e so be bakato say when you ska pass ase to nasi dan wo so enum eye futu eye kama pa eni nti na makato say ye wie ne sana enso e we chicha hodo so no enum enso e kesa properties as ben kato say ene what the asase papa e dia ba na asase o dia ba no litigation free man so sem bia ne ho nya fina beto asase na langas bon ho ni adade woni obi ba be nya problem we say no free bonto afen so ton dan edemawa edan no ton de man na busia man so bia ne ho ene nti na make fo na ba sapon enso dia ma make say ene okọ buanka say 5 acres of land at the ho ata say ye po bi ediama no atonzo high school Johnson and also 5 acres of land at the ho ana fe odi wedi chema adade ntema and also 1.5 acre at the ye po bi diama no main road Accra Kumasi road at the ope ata say also nsa ebetumi aka otumi dia dijuma makata so o pasase a ebia ya warehouse na person odi se hostel na say hotel ebia dan kasa na o person odi se ampato ye oni nyina bi odi yan so be fe na na ba sapon e was 0541 135464 and as 0249 136582 no no so ahem Adiusu ye pa we into rental agency no so no wunya apartment adi mujuma bia wunya warehouse bia adi mujuma wunya office bia adi mujuma wo contact ya wo me ha ye juma ni nyina kama adi ama na kumasia wo ko kotoko training grounds adeko date won sabenkum so ana wo benya na ba sapo na fe enkan kumasia ana bekum doma hinkro ana sunyane wo benya guest up properties won so atimi abo ma won so wonsa atimi akwansa ase we ni nyuma ko anya fufran kaye pie ana na no pay wo mo eso yasene enconformance so ye kwa yadi update no edi download tuma de nyina ensom eso makato se yeso no live e YouTube ado Nhyira TV ntino woko YouTube so no ubenya bia we afa multi TV decoder no so no ado enso Nhyira TV wo multi TV decoder no so makato se wo dia ne ma na wa probi ama no enso aye rescan head ya mana wo so wonsam atimi aka so no bi ejuma de nyina no atimi abona ma men sense na se efenwo fama de no ada UEFA Europa League matches awodo no bi atimi to na mekato se go ahead bobo koda no ada no mu game mo etna fem ama FCASB ekobo matna ba comment matem afeli metopo wo mo etna France wo mo bontena mi no ama Brennan enso etimi ba ko abekwa na Aston Villa enso etna fia ba etna ba ko Bologna wo mo enso etmante France Valls enso and Victoria Pleasant wo mo po 1-1 Cargant ekwoto Rangers ekwoto bo matna ba comment matem FC Porto ekwoto Salzburg ebo matna ba comment matem Suga bobo ko tra Germany ebo ntna me na Celta Vigo enso etmo ba ko Utrecht enso etna fia Lyon ekobo matna ba comment matem Young Boys etazampa ade anon ko da Sudan ho mumu enti ade se Panathinaikos ekoto mo no mo ntranan wo abro mo so no etuma ya ba ko tire ane de totwa ewo tuma de so na no pen no make check akra ade ama na ene matches ni bi ebetumi ba so ene La Liga wo ko La Liga ay one game pen na etotwa jiru na bobo kono mini Español ana edition na fe wo ko Germany Bayern Munich bobo kono ene Werder Bremen di bese ni ana fe Sobok wo mo ene Olympic Dumase ana edition ni ene Fan League an game eba so na no pen make check akra ade ama na mami ko Liverpool na me fa de tribi fa na we and slot head coach at the Liverpool bobo kono no ada ana confirm say Abanton the Diogo Jota one say answer na Abanton ba be film no only Liverpool contractor wonu enso emomye na eno ada no pay no e kama obi ata say anopa ya kwa ana kama obi ata say ukọ Liverpool bobo kono o ma team ni ya o media no ya from AFN way sports group na o ta say akabia na ho contract bia ho no o mo so atimi abia contract ni nyina adi Diogo Jota ne yiri ana fe me ma entisika bia na aka che won contract ni no o ma training na na no ana coach ni cha say in fact kwanya team na fa so handle banter situation aya de na ni adie pa enkanka supporters kwanya ma fa so support Diogo Jota and in the family afa ni weti ama ne ma anya basa na ya de a o ma say coach no na ni so atimi adie pa eno yan koba kakwan san slot adi eba oduma de so no pay make che adama na me call Barcelona na ma din koba kakwa openya ni team adi doctor Rich Puman and so your opinion back up. You see, where Dr. Dima Aya Barcelona na Puna Kwabna Yaso One Barcelona ya Juma since 1997 ano sa say Barcelona Dr. Peyipa na 2020 mo ano yeso team ni kwano went to be no munya Juma biem and your koya 2021 ana taso asamba or buy entemo be 2022 Kwabna Yaso mato golf ball Eda manu mo peyino Yaso prayer ni nyina nkamfa de woman nyina ya say Yasa banta ni de Pedri and as Pablo Gavi rather nipa na wa prana o kwatena fie be 4 to 5 months no Kwabna Yasi last year mo ana Yasi okache Barcelona and as Yasi the month of August mu kam ana okache Barcelona bobo ko say akoda no we pra na nipa no ni koto jana ho aka no so ma hwe ni a ebetan the last time do nya no entanka on the obesa Yasi the ma Barcelona say anka Barca nkonko ya brantani surgery Kwabna Yasi doctor aye puna kan no Barcelona anso medical team no wo mu physiotherapist ba ko ho ni dim adi Raul Martinez na Raul Martinez no Yasu ko team no ma ono na wo say o Barcelona team no ano kata Barcelona for say dabi surgery dia emo brantani no Kwabna Yasi sanko mu tie doctor ni dey Richard Ayepuna anka brantani ba bia brantani do a o kwa kwetena fie 4 months to 5 months no anka nya dia say sa de na ebesi ano na fail reflecting asase about so pe no maka so sa sam no kan sanka Barca for and so hete and Kenya say adene ato abanta no and so etu ni mpempente no reporter eba tumade so na ansot and so confirm one say no ada me baba catch us abanta ni dey Giovanni Leone Liverpool eto from Parma abanta ne ba season yam no ba obo be 5 matches abanta no akwa Parma yesi anope yesi ACL ana abanta ne nyanti obetena fiate ye pa na anana Barcelona anasa team and team Liverpool UEFA Champions League na kodano anso aka squad no ho report and sort adi eba say UEFA our mrase say we player April na ni player na bebru 2 months ekwana nima who the opportunity say we be replace this player no with another player and chama kwenya sa Branton the Federico Chiesa we must replace Branton no and he say Liverpool Champions League squad no Branton the adi Federico Chiesa and Tyson so eba be semeja wetimi abo Liverpool boboko no and so kakwa etoja odumade sunu another Barcelona boboko no wo mu ye aduma se answer under 33rd minute na tase ade no atena awoso amata se na obi anim so ade no be bia Barcelona akika kwa de wo ya Barcelona betima luso na Rio Viado de wo mbesi de ase Barcelona anso amana no ada wo mu pemso enya de se eniema no ekoye de ma Rio Viado eye boboko na no ada mekoko se yankasa Ghana ni bay akodano ebetime siakan anso ade ama Rio Viado na mihema kwabna de chance no ada chama anso atibi amogem ti Sibo no ada Sibo ebam aye on the 65th minute ana teze Sibo anso babe he boy ente no one start but second half ana Sibo babe siakan edma Rio Viado Barcelona ebom ntena pole miensa a momentum anta banta ne de Garcia enya go Robert Lewandowski enya ne jansa na Ronald Araujo anso de ba kwa de kan Adama Barcelona bobo kona no kobaka kwa etotwa ewo game no na ada wo mu pie wo mu pon game no ensamba kwa etwane pa no openya ne de Hans Flick ensamba kan de for Lamine Yamal ho was Lamine Yamal Tama Brantano, Eco International Break na Brantano, was so pra kakra, and so on. Until na Adrian Sabia, Wakwa headquarter the Daddy de la Fonte, or the Spanish Nasa team headquarter, no, Ebian Kolu Sujami, Ama Beta, Olu, you saw Brantano, Ama Brantanis, Akana, and another in Casa, not so. We're dealing with de la Fonte, who yaw pa. Na Kwaya and Kayaso Faso, you saw Lami Yaman, when you saw Brantani, what Pinakwa no Denisaka, in fact, say ade ha adwene ye pa no as a headquarter de Barcelona nam ha adwene ye pa na ano na nsantro for ya ye pass em kwabna ye kwoti de na front de ebizanze na wate ana akwa no atutu bia ma no o so betu bia ma no na ana so no on person be kan po na wahu de po yin so aka de o kan bia no person be widi ana afense no wonya na adwen se wono so be fi asem no kwa ento report pe no ene ye onu ni opi no entanya de so be ka asem no ho he anum aye de Spanish Nasa team head coach coach opinion Jadi Luis de la Fuente adi eba dwumadi so na no pay ye ka take akra enso adi ama Hans Flick Koya ana ye bi sansa abanta de dim ade aye Juan Garcia no da we mistake bobia na so keke o keke Santa half mu ho ana teso viado fuedi ana mo de ba na no ankaza na dawruma ono so asan boy e defend game no ana o teso in fact wo ma na ata abanta so mo bo ne sa ba so no ntumi enya bo emu nsim tum unya say pass the my player ana say kick kura say aye kick eno ye pass to a player and to man no matter abanta so mo aye ne bo ne sa mistakes dey ho ana fe so a fantastic goalkeeper and enya one mistake bi aye no ana ye ba betwe na bo so and to on there was abanta nani at the corner of first order goal post no adama Barcelona bobo corner another Hafinha about 66 minutes and you change abanta no it sounds no mususu sa abanta na pra and now after the game and you be Hans Flick say Hafinha ni plan say na siche and so abanta na kasa de mpepia no kasa no went to be kasa bia abanta no about na fe 2 months and answer 3 months do any man say and then no with the stand of the injury we bet to be answer diagnose abanta no man who say we pra and so no sum prayer and tani en koma kakwan so e fi Barca kate eba e dwumade so na no pay me ka take akwa adiama na Tottenham Hotspur we manya 4.5 billion pounds you see openya ni din adi Daniel Levy say on pesika no kwabena ni nyina say e sika yes US consortium bi etasan compass mo Tottenham Hotspur bobo ko 4.5 billion na time me say Manchester Chelsea stake in kwana am say ya the same team yasa na yes o mo this kind of na papa so on 20 no and this consortium no mo say Romania Scania o mo fantra US na fe and America on fan no mujuma and ya they say UK party Clubber and no one lending or about 1 minutes and here reporter men second I would demand this na no panel make a check akwa edia dambo na meko City ekwadi nkomaka akwa Manchester City or more president Savio na akoda ba na contract pa na ho no na to 2029 kwa na mo tasa akoda ne bo no say o man contract extension and here so many 2 years back no ho akopin 2031 ama no pay me by yes agreement no man reche and new deal and o me ma banta ni there Savio the president player and here the free Manchester City akate eba e wo dwumade so na no pay ye bibi adi adamwo na vision company I head coach the ma Bayern Munich boboko no ebia coach no mpena sembe kwabna record ye so pay ni ye nam ade say ye di twemo e coach so mo sombo ego e data win ana cheso mi di said mo obi ti say Ancelotti mo ana say Carlo Ancelotti mo ana cheso wo mi di said mo no kwabna de tie ne yeso ko Bayern team no so obi coach biaba no bomb matches continuously na onya win no intense the last time we see here 2018-2019 season and you opinion the daddy Nico Kovac when you 7 straight wins in a 7 start in the Premier League but MPP make us opinion daddy vision company and so 7 matches 7 wins and when you yes the last time we be here the wapano 2016-2017 season and here Carlo Ancelotti 8 matches consecutively and so onya matches no win and so adiama Bayern team no reporter Mensaka so many Bremen game on bebe so penyani tina di Hans Flick dabi yakansa vision company etmi esa adwuma na kwabna Carlo Ancelotti ma adwuma na wo moye no Bayern no wono so yesa record ni bi ho anum vision company Jefina Kati adi aba e wo adwuma de so na no pe no make take akra ma na ene Hurricane se onya 2 goals kwabna gwanya ne 100 goals adiama Bayern bobo kono Obaba be the fastest ever player out the top 5 European leagues we say 100 goals we use fewer appearance and say fewer matches at the Sadia no me paton pepe yes under the 21st century players so many 100 goals are faster I abandon the David Cristiano Ronaldo and for Erling Haaland we nyina dia no Erling Haaland the no City and Cristiano Ronaldo the no Madrid we use 105 matches and pepe make us killing Hurricane abo 103 games and that journey about the Kanwa or 104 matches and this was to me as a 2 goals now Kwabna or your first ever player out as a 100 goals no in the first rate no Abanta no in the top 5 major leagues no so at this near reporter Abanta the team Adi Hurricane Efina Kati Adi Aba I would media so now pay make it at the Mampata another chance for Muncham Yepa Kopama Anthony Munchen ye Kopama, me pato Abanton Anthony, another me Kopama sorry Ebai. Eba Bekato Abantano, Yasi, one name in the head coach, or more your problem kakra, Babra, another me man in Saka, Atasa, and your planning tea, and I say a cancer problem in tea, and another Abanton and your training, and from my Charles Bobokono, Nina Yasi were pra, a plan Abanta the din, and some at the Kopama, and so any Tanya, that's Abantano, and so at me training, reporter Mensaka, and say a Sabantan new plano, where we are turned to that's a Bekino, and there be a banter bet member, 2 to 3 weeks into Pato, Kopama plan and Yaya Pra, 2 to 3 weeks, and a Kopama, so the bet me, Ababa Quintina reporter, every Charles Akate, at the Abba, our Media so, Nano Pen, Komaka Mensaka, as another Benoit Bedrasil, another banter etwenier, Maggie etwenier, Josa Champon etwenier, Romeo Lavia, one sweat to be training and tea, where the players and Pato, another Musu training with the Chelsea team now, and a play Yakan want some Kakra, will be besides Levi Kowo, one who need their news we need to say, the Pato Levi Kowo, the other day, the Omaya with the situation in the panel, Wesley Fofona, see Yanka, and more Bianta as a banter will be sent any timer, a banter the cat and so, no, we will be sent a minute in come so, be okay, and so at the man a banter 10 biada, and it and so a banter and Tundia, or Beckham will be a nay, when him Levi Kowo, the situation there, sir, a banter very okay, at us Wakata banter a day in, day out Nina, what the boys and so a more manager, and a reporter at Twitter, I would make it so now no panel, yet be the down now, and now Kopama and Conway play, just it wasn't a dinner, so probably Ebion also at the international break, and Ebion also Baba, or also Timaba Yasu and small problem. Now, a banter the daddy wasn't for fun at the Semikai, wasn't for fun, I go with you, no call Baba a day. What back over there? But now, so I don't see the same thing. I don't see the Diana. You see, I dare say, what Chelsea for us, a Senekaka, when we feel on the piano, so me and Gidia, Ebiana Tessa, no, Aqua had any other another, or no sooner problem, Kaki, and Team Anuadia, a told John, I would do Sonia, Romelavia, the other Macano, Sababa Pena, home commando, and so as it I know, that was the problem, sir, and now no pay me take a car, and so at the about not come out play about qua. Major, one time you'll be a can some one yard, diet of Mecano, Cabna, play on yard, Yasamadi the soap pen. And no pay a Mecoti, yes, Liverpool for say, or man say Ibrahim Akonate. I and Adrian soap as all bear content sense and a moment to them. One also, Omedia many Buna Asum, doesn't be so. One with a player on yard, Maddy the soap and Liverpool Premier League, or Matasa League in your media, almost say, Omiya Kodano Mope, and the Cabana said no answer, and soon Kobaka, and on a media so I made Liverpool who Kobaka, none of the Hugo and Katiki. Ekodi record na no na be sans not say Sabant and the record no kodi and mama na fire na and also there be enyen tempa so sa Abant na recognize enemy 6 Emma oba part or say in fact opportunity ni na 20 kwabna obi ni yam ya de say ya man fine bi enti no obo de acha Abant no record na de no kodi nyame anim ni e Liverpool team ni after say be ha mo in subsequent matches there no no Abant once what part of the assembly konkoda and e be say na Isaki abo mo de to no nyabuoku ma da na temia wa ma 90 minutes na da no so munya bete fama card no card ni situation no kwabna was it ohia space kakra in a certain pace and e bia obetima ma Brant no abo 90 minute game pepe there was him so mo ya Brant no kakaka se ne obetimi any team no enso akwa ni anya se bia anata so mo tro Brant in na first so mo de ne kwa 90 minutes ama kwa ha Brant no and your report and slot at the Liverpool head coach and some elka ewe tumadi so na meko PSG kodi nkoma kakra na PSG team no so since the team no obi a players plan so mu paper you see so never say plan to say di one so plan Osman Dembele so ewe injury kakra reporter men say come say recovery programs and omo dia man 3 players here omo so no atoto man amoye say de be ya ebe bo PSG bobo kono reporter men say come say mark Marquinhos also yɛse also far from injury kakra and team also upcoming matches and other say also besia kan edi ama PH Boboko no and a medical report and other a free PH Jakate edi Abana make kakra and some Adiamana Jimmy Caragasi one teacher here and on central for business problem here saying and also na trophy window what is yes it's Chelsea Apple Banter the dinner Mark Mayon Chelsea call AC Milan for about Chelsea 12 million pounds Chelsea so muntia 12 million pounds for Mark Mayon but a certain player a Banter the daddy Gigi Donnarumma Manchester City for your Banter fala no person business Chelsea my imagine someone person Boboka Nanka Chelsea bet me akwa Gigi Donnarumma honanka Sanya City nya Banter met me nya Banter the same thing na person business Chelsea mutu mugoki penya mubo game area ana ayi Robert Sanchez ana ayi problem ana boy omo ma say na unya opportunity koto Magmayona was it 12 million per ne boy dem afa goalkeeper bi ti say Gigi Donnarumma so ho free kopa na wan kwan kopenti oboso bi sa Chelsea pa say problem ne pa ayi fa pa ne free entim ano anso etimi kaga en koma kakọ no so edi abane eno da Jamel Musiala me sporta banter no ebo Bayern for muche no mo so ye mi wo so ne Vincent company edi koma kakọ ansa Gigi Donnarumma ya kan ho ansem ya wo ko da banter na so amane na emubu se pay FA na banter na recover eno da yasi wo ba na bibia ya kama edi ma banter komo no so di bibia ya kama wotumi se o gedi to we se no so betimi ato na wasi akan edi amati na ne din edi Bayern me bo ko na ne reporter eto twa awoduma de so na no pe no make take akwa edi amawo na mamenko banter de edi juice akamet ana Felwan Garaska wo nyina your players edi ma Bayern me bo ko no reporter men saka so yasi German Bundesliga no ene omubo game akwabna wo mo bo mo 300 Bundesliga game 300 Bundesliga appearance ana tese so two players me ansunya ntana obo ya nim se ne ma nyina betima ya kama edi ama ma no so koba kakwa ne na Barcelona boboko no koba kakwa men saka esa part se omni view of yado wo mo game ne beba so na no wo mo ya de kakra edi se Pablo Gavier monyam kwabna one South Bantina ya surgery Barcelona for a t-shirt atasem black and will be say Diego Edmia say wo mo di South Bantina so ongeti go very soon na after so Barcelona boboko no wo mama ne man so nya kama and from mama ne reporter mensa enso aka Malo Gusto a player the Chelsea na Malo Gusto si yanka bo bianta say against Lincoln City de kwabna head anya match sabata so wonya win say yeah to me boy pa essence recently Chelsea wo mo so match so bo no ultimate results no and said and from Chelsea against Bayern on the ball Manchester lose them and so enya by and then Lincoln ya adene ba be ko kaka edema Chelsea ti what is one ya say now constant for bit na wakwa saka ya kwabna ebusu mora ama Chelsea Premier League no with me ball and so boni and to Chelsea winning ways na so mo ba mu say ya e ba say ban players na and so energy pa and the Chelsea player Malo Gusto and komaka ko dipa and na no pay make country and some adama na Jimmy Floyd Hasselbeck and so kasaka kwa na Jimmy Sianka e mo bianta so Alejandro Garnacho Chelsea move now banter na no e be Chelsea ye pa esansa banter no very direct and a quick air player after no onyapa e ba na sister onimia e ba no goals no sa abanter na yakama no obeba Chelsea abaso ye pa na e bo bia ye de top player bi atese Elenka mo ana fa Alexander Isak mo no na so to abanter the team adi Alejandro Garnacho just 40 million pounds per kwabna eno cha deal at Chelsea and to obeba Chelsea abaso ye pa se Chelsea timi ya sa do no omanya fine player obeba ma Chelsea bo kono ene man so timi akoye adi amomo afa Sergio Busquets former Barcelona player Major League Soccer with Inter Miami and a banter ne wasaka admamo reporter mensaka as a banter said officially we confirm say at the end of the season we call retirement professional football and now there's all the football and some other bombium and yes we win football here ebia commentating me and a banter and asebia ya fana as a pandit now first we call panditing and your reporter Sergio Busquets no if nakate at the Abadna with him so Busquets I can once me World Cup wadeba kom ebani yosa eno so wade bako UEFA Champions League wade miensa afa La Liga wade mako 9 Copa del Rey wade 7 Super Cup the Super Copa de España wade 7 ana afa UEFA Super Cup no wade 3 ebano FIFA Club World Cup wade 3 Major League Soccer no adianse say eno supporter suit eno wade bako ana fe League Cup no eno so wade bako entem eno Busquets no see the football no wade bana bi na unko Barcelona kata me pato yase quarter why aduma ye pa dem Barcelona no sisi Hans Flick eka ho why 14th quarter kwabana Barcelona bako sem no wanya 50 victory and say 50 matches one win in official 57 matches for Barcelona 10 year pa Hans Flick about the 14th quarter and in the history of Barcelona already the 50th mark of victory in 67 official matches for Barcelona after or third in Barcelona history quarter the winning percentage also and answer any per quarter about the winning rate kwabna was you pa otosum ayamiansa esanso mo ma di Canada no Luis Enrique the winning rate no rate no 66.2% and for Tito Vlanova at the end 75% in since opinion that Hans Flick and so about to Mr. 74.86% and Tim Amir Hans Flick no he said Barca and Sugu so mo bonabaso na dia me di wie kwa no Lamine Yamal kwabna Lamine Yamal and now no the 2 days ago back here me ba beka say Barcelona for say adwuna ekwa koda na wotimi emminasem Ballon d'Or yo kolu su yo ba ya nani aja tese woni boys ne tele kwabna munya branch no no ye de oye bia because wa tese wanyini kwabna mpa sa branch na nyina mpa na sa grafe ya ne wansem ba ya so wanya 30 years ya e wansem ba mpa to abaya no se obi na ekoka no wakotena ayi microphone anim kwabna nsem abaya na hwedi agu hom nyame anim nie mi hu bi da mo amuru dwane ye ewo video no ubetimi akomo TV decoder no so ewo Insure TV na what abaya na meka no wansem na say uko YouTuber abaya na Insure TV ubehu abaya meka no wansem kwabna 30 years na abaya na nyam na amanda abaya ni nkomodie mu no ano tese Lamine Yamal na nkasa de ansa na ono obehu Lamine Yamal no kwabna sa na abaya bi o hodada na ono kwan ofa so hu se sa abaya bi o hodada say a day before na Lamine Yamal contacted no say opese oba Italy na tese mu nyina akodu jomo ho no kwabna wose okoye no mu twa photo na photo no mu twa so ho na enya call no if another girl bi ho ana girl no friend no ose na sija na wo so ando bi say me na mo so say no Sami eno ya na eti mi take di ma mi o sansa na baba san no na baba no a day before no sana me Lamine Yamal na no yi ti ho na onfanya wo tai ente ebeduru su izie kwabra na abayanso okoma na hu se sa Lamine Yamal agent no wona tese wa D2 roster oba bi obaba kwabra wudi sa no na utam sa no wudi ti sa no na ne edu ha ne afro pepepe ento se sa de no hu sa de Lamine Yamal agent no ana oye sa de so calendar wo ho enti Lamine Yamal nya wura no ha na ba we be ya bene wa de we de be ya bene wa kwabra edu ha ne afro boko no ba waduma na ukodi ani ya de abaya no e de bampato obo amesum gwa because anya me na make us answer no ani e bi say na kwan be na 30 years Lamine Yamal fa so ese pesatam no 17 years no say bo asam no be say no na me wo say message bi a hit me our Instagram ID me na tell say Lamine Yamal kwabna Lamine Yamal ye very good wo so okato no abaya no said obeso obi say abaya no nsam kakra bi ana osi obi say say asam be no so bra Italy na yankwadi ani kaka no kate wo akukudu over 70 years me 30 o kate say memra simple memra simple no ada wo bibi di mama na no so say we dia wo ba bibi aka bia no ye be no na me kwa no we say no wo he mi wo ho aka no mala no say na obi a wo dede ya fa mi de say na no nkwa na akọ e no so nya me nkwa na me kwa na me mo akwa mi azumi sa me no no akwa vibes Lami Yama do. Also, Menkwano and Miyazumisa Meno never hakwada. And to the Branos, now so baby, I want a private area now. May taxis near the message and number. No, I have I hey, baby, I want chances here, maybe to what to Mrs. Yam. Not Yamna found and to come now. Was someone and common sense if you're now, Saturday, Chama for band them. And I come normal location that I say. Lami Yama, Edna by Timu, I will initiative in the company. I will some messages, no, and I test one in Central for no, and so I go to now. Oh, yeah, no, tell say, Salami Yama, I can't answer me. I am about to phone Chase. No, Paso tell Barcelona for the Kitwebi, and the business as a menos. Oh, Sapa Kubas now, you Diana or 1018 now, almost say Anne. And I'm so Salami Yama, now they are no 1018 or say Anne. And also, okay, she'll be our birthday, no, call fast with your backo. Kubas, no, what if you're not in the track equipe mabumudia no ono de part o no any chance ono ne levels ni different kwa me pata baya na sam no and e be say okay na yesi say no oni Nicky Nico and ono so Nicky Nico de na nkodu ba bia na ono ohu abaya Nicky Nico na no ho ye no mobo e say Nicky Nico no timi so pelami yama pa ba masa akwa no e plema no kwabna o e playboy no o say nche obeti ni take it e dia mani kizisi e team pato and I abaya ni tinati aye Fati Vasquez and Kobaka Kodi Abba one so na mi gina na fe and kofo amanso 7 na media sim awudumadi so ha aye your number one account radio station Nhyira FM SU and on YouTube now and Nhyira TV and afe on radio Nhyira FM on the air TV and so aye Nhyira TV multi TV decoder so kabna bibia ni hodia mawie masem
girl no broken heart
natural okay.
Okay, can't say that. I mean, look, Lami Yama is a superstar.
Okay.
And such a young boy, no superstar. No, they are, you know. So what in common?
I think some moon can watch it. And you broken heart. That's all.
Broken heart natural. Sir, broken heart natural. Some more can and Shadam Falcon. Okay. I was it. Yeah, that's it. That's an opinion. To Medina, so 4.5 million swallow. Memphis, Tennessee, US. So I'm also sure me to catch it. I'm a to kana yendi and komobi. All right, but before no, Mamin Kati for Sekomasa Sante Korogonsono, Timino Akodru Lagos, Mutala Muhammad International Airport. Awo Lagos, Omoba Bobo Amona, Amodu Omani Achim, Awo Abiakuta Honda game no. Ebitimi abasun timi ka se kuma se Asante Korogo team no amawura eye Nigeria, that is Lagos a omobobo amona omo akọ eye Abiakuta na omo the second leg no nyame yadoma Sunday etimi edi ahihya so 4.5 journey live awo TV multi TV decoder no so eye Nhyira TV unyame patro sign scan decoder no betimi enya Sanso and YouTube eye Nhyira TV. Subscribe. Na FO message no FO na yabeka message awdo na no etimi edi amamba. Ebia na wutiem sisi a opese ospray uka patro tilie. Oze promo no. Ye ospray afo bebre wa ha. But dodo na obi ogo ni oven. Obi o ospray ka bia I mean meka oven abeti ase ade na ye de kan kwhyem ni ospray ama na ye fe no obi wa oni bi. And a woo be born on it, and said, and your papa be as our song, and one will be now so will be keke. Miss Mamin come for a amwa automobile, and for Emma on nano pay. That's all spill car pay we are. I'm telling you, we are overcut obi one. Abakas a carry if you whom. Mechanic cratchel. Share Udia Usha in share from Yan Cassidibia. Udia, and I'm saying, Yadoko a amwa automobile ho. Edna Yakospre Castle in audio shakana. Mianca men Casabibri, who the one who kana, Obeka, said you was ya can F crack. And to be an upper so spray car, yeah, body wax, a ball line in Indinano, yet so quaint our pimso haya, Kumase a pimso, on fair junction, if you know, hona, self-inma and amwa, a automobile, yawo. Me patro for kind of brand. That insists, you know. The sequence of one Casabon say, yes, I was real cash, away there. With them a year. So, me patro a number, you dear for number is say, o de offer na catch and Richard say memfa me kan mra na any good so ha me akra no onya timi di obeti so de ama no aye kama enso etimi e de ama me patro number ni 0244 46 5764 0244 46 5764 eno eye amo number no de fe na ono no eni nkomo me so rapaholico echina baba ya sports stadium and rapaholic concert no sakodie as against SM for life and as a SM movement and a shatter wally into china de baba stadium no ebe kikim ebe bum frete ye kolezia miem so ye na de hu jim kwagiani aba ni aba beda so ha na mo frem se Richard mesamo munyai is a ticket no matchamo ekwan a obefa so onso no obetimi enya ticket ade be kwa kwhwe Paulo Klibi download the MTN Momo app ni se na refer ema independent ye about 2 tickets a regular 2 tickets na de akwa enu ye wa refer de ama independent 5 so refer ma ni part 20 dia ene onu benya ye VIP lifestyle 2 tickets ono partner na esa monso no Rapolo concert or China eba so no so timi akwa akwa bi timsraw we de akwa na mache no she ya ni sie na nya ticket na onso China efa akwhwe eye Rapaholic concert no na bibia enye kama emfa emantimo am frame for ticket no mesa mache mo kwan no obia enso mfa so na enya ticket akwhwe dwumadie no enso bi rush energy drink aya no agibi so ho sanse ono na onoma eboa aba onya ahoden sonko ade be ye adwuma mesew onte brekra esanse jinsi wom caffeine wom and vitamins enso wom enti ofre obia oton energy drink ana ba bia ye ton bia kwa nkase ope energy drink bia keke kase ope eye rush energy drink Campus Herbal Misha me pacho eye bibidro eno na me kamfo dia ma wo esanse edroi obi a wanom bia wo ha no afro Richard Campus na yo na mo ba diabetes me no ye no atu ase me BP ni say me call to yes ya ba fom pa ama say dia me ho ye infections na ha wo edu anwuma wuntimi enda Oliver obrabo no me patcho problem dia ba ho no me eno ane say obenom eye Campus e ba me sha na eno so etimi aboa ye pa tu yade na say make us call Freddie Mens, Colinac, Apidank, Gilico Pharmaceuticals, and New Kumase, Konongo, Brekum, and Koko Sunai, Hona, and Droni be Ashita Ho, the part of friend number, our 0245 455 740. Na a dream so told ye, na a nomina yade ya. Alaska Star Enterprise. What behind dying? What's you fear ye? What could your office open so say ma? Me come for Alaska Star Enterprise and na adiama wo hwe kane na na ekoto paint ni boden den de wi asa akofa painter amo obe painti wasa adusika ise ni nyina atwam ise designs na edise dem no wallpaper okoto abo na da form obetimi de design ho ise oban FM ye new studio ha anya sam kito kra ni na Alaska Star Enterprise blanket ni nyina bi ho open normal material curtains and also no ebi ho eco panel modern TV stands sanso na eye TV backlight no ye de fat TV na che dronwumra na so nkane ni na ebi ho sanso na sofa cover open air bed spread e de asawo paso a ni na ebi ewo kama pa onso no bibia ebetimi akonkan e de ama wo ntimi saw ramu ho so ho na odam ni na bibia enkoyie enso emfa emanese bibiano enye kama pa enso emfa emma kumase edum your mrs anoche plugs anima boss of him ho ahonia yewo enkan circle titolin wonsa betimi akan o anaso betimi afren awo 0256 330075 na for the very first time ho besrawa wonso wetimi di na wura dem bu ha kwasra na unia he some dem wo hye omi entra na enkomo yeni edem ho nkoyie entu de ho kra ewura dem ana ofere ko Alaska Star Enterprise ho na unsisi wo dem emfa emaw me pacho boso kosua de wa abruchire opeso koya undergrad ana masters na PhD awa abruchire dia me kamfo eye IGP Education Ghana and a diamond record in the hall. I'm the Ghanaian students, baby. Yentimin kind, yet did Duana Etukaya, a be a war, a US, Canada, UK, Australia, over 15 universities, Asian, and so a IDP Education Ghana, Bibia Air Conkind, and so at the Emamanania, Ubio Esplanasi Biano, make us say Bibia a sorted on. Ebiano went to be unqualified for number. Now also sorted out. Now your masters and now UPAD 0553 173346 and now visit idp.com. Next, I also wait me at your registration 3P garlic mixture and also a 100% garlic extract. A natural plant juice full of vitamins and minerals. I send a bit first of all. A bit boost immune system no yadeki to be abo na do ato mesrew immune system no na aba from tobina ennom na boost no ma samson na stroke asthma otunso a obre stress so ho and afei ya na we keso person so etia ni na no me kan for 3P garlic mixture e dia ma na no panu so bi dro kan dani heba pidan kolinak be pato on sabetimi aka 3P ni bi na wetimi anom 0248 928824 Kotobina nom na adrono eyepa I'm sick mining and engineering training school bra oboase eye zongo na onsobesua bia 3 months in edesi ho obeso room into construction ana eye mining na mepacho we eye course a ebeboa pa excavator ebechro dump truck forklift roller bulldozer nom ni na 3 months na we hold 200 cities no auto eye registration that unim say Ufre chichi na obo boase a your hostel say free I want the young and a free hostel no baba down na onso besua de na bibia enye kama emfama friend awo 0539732766 na mone omo eni eye enkomo enti ahonsam no ena mede ama eno de about 10:54 inshallah 4.5 bra eye YouTube inshallah TV subscribe na efa message no eja ho ye be kan enso etimi edi amount Fifi Manfred. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say
I'm here. Good.
Okay.
I do here pa.
La mi ama adamvo.
Wajo. Oyo madamfo. Ne star granya me star di.
Ne star ben.
Oh, la minha ma star, me star.
And I'm saying the star ben.
So me te say na gabi ka say omo timetable ni ade. Omo e very say calendar.
Why do to rooster?
Yes, the agent say we just say the agent say never papa di.
And the ball. Inti Monday no. Anopani atro adwoa onu ye 10 AM. Upie ko ya 1 PM.
Ama
kwansima beba. Enyumre na afia beda. Ama de achi agwo aginani.
But see this when you serious back wara. Back here no ni master Antoine was
again so petit even ne kind girlfriend no.
I say
according to
you can say we do petit current girl.
Oh petit no.
Say emfa.
Emfa no ko he. I say akwa no. Or you con man, or you womanizer, player pa.
But players are all here, man.
Maybe only player, and they also play or your parking so. But I
player. But me say, who's a Tyson Fury because be recently. Say, when do you make us more radio so? But as in Fury say, before the boxing bout bian, according to scientific research, aya oyedia abofun friend as a release, right? Because usually if you
Canada, okay, anyway.
Oh, exactly. Baby, some no na carry say body baby.
So in some anyway.
Baby am giano. Enye baby sometimes.
You said the answer there.
Me. That's not a problem. My problem is
never we no groom as you ever can you baby Lamine Yamal the original now. Oh yes, I only did it.
Me asema me Canada won team yana.
Me too.
See ya obey na fi ma wo ba ko na fozi ko fi me. You see, according to Tyson Fury, say or ejaculating before every bout. And usually when that is released, that there is dopamine release, there is a testosterone levels take also. And we spoke about testosterone as an important hormone for sportsmen. Obeka Paul Abile Pogba here with issue of drug issues in there was because it was just a testosterone boost. And say unya sa the natural occurring hormone now. Wow. So sometimes players be there, so more there. It helps your performance. But Onyan Tubaseka, he should also manage it a little bit. But the likes of Tyson Fury have said that for them, I have more performance. It is an Nhyira bra. He does what they say over there in the UK as wanking. Just so on.
No, I'm not glad to send your problem. And I say, so I can story my back. Yeah. Luis Felipe scored. I was at 202. Yeah. On a day, Brazil called J. World Cup no Japan Korea. Also on call World Cup no catch Brazilian players in Samasa. World Cup ne kobono it's serious business. Me play a beer party na me free come me koye bi koye. Oh na players ni be catch say masa. Sabre no ai Ronaldo Dalima. So wa no me catch say chairman akwa no so na oya no awiem no ko. So ya no oya is okay. But it akwa ni ma he. So I go say chairman quick ofi night club or bar beda around there 4 a.m. No so fra brand do business. Chairman now day yeah but me catch him say no party no night club obi anda say na be betu Rexy no obobo and on kwado ya no wi ahuna akwa do so na catch say coach me ma nya sa na ma na de chairman timi mo bo no Luis Felipe Scolari say Ronaldo can't ask him to chair no. One said that Angina India until some call park so because all her time I Branton never die no. Almost start the game Ghana I is on dropping no. But Branton Bobo born any the kind of performance of the man no and even on Saturday go crack on no. And also okay man down. Or also about calling the club no bano be deliver kwadia. Mo yeah. To me if you say said that no problem just that he's too young. And have a problem. I've been when you're 18 years, boy.
For me, my problem is not about age.
There you started.
We see
18 you are starting them.
Rich, and no year who crew must see 18 years out of Pamino Papefi. This is an 18-year-old that want to fear money, mommy. I'm not encouraging say Lami and any duty roster for women. But I can say the age is not the issue. A baby or no as a young boy. Obeying a lot of exposure at a young age. So the handlers are supposed to be careful and manage him well. Uja, every 18-year-old, there is a release clause of almost 1 billion. Our football, 1 billion euros. Our football club Barcelona say, or no, and living a life, which they will do a lot of mistakes. 25-year-olds, 30, even 50-year-olds who have grown up the life's ladder to become ministers of state, any of their doing. Rich, these people at some point in time, they fall prey to some of these things. So an 18-year-old will suffer. The problem is that Asama Gabi Kenya, a mommy worried was that an agent
and a manager
and a community
supposed to manage him.
Because for an 18-year-old that will happen. And that's why I'm saying that for some sportsmen, they have said that if there is a release of that testosterone after some activities now, and more with the edge to perform well, and there is some scientific proof in terms of research that backs that. There was a time where Cristiano Ronaldo, Mo, and even Kevin Prince Boateng's partners said something in that light. But it's also about management. Time being out here, time being so here. What if an 18-year-old Lamine Yamal contracts a disease? And then never caught baby.
Before be normal my testing had.
And that make can so that's what I'm saying that the agent has to manage it because say a regular 18-year-old
uniska into for background testing is any man unika pre.
Na
la me ya mama level no obefo baba testing is any.
Na me ba we mu be ye de. Say me
yam nu me need go.
Me yam analysis now me o uniska ya be ye.
Oh say anhwa ya de obetimi akofa na me so omo no muska. ansa na oba no de na obeka oba mo aye test wo gina oni kapre
na say o nti ukoko share oba o night club enyanwumi na say o ye irresponsible a oba test ni da be
oh bu a test you know what
oba dey
oh betimi aye
ba o senior man a wo hu RDT rapid test aye by herpes the other e je say no to that one hour
unis kantina hu
na me can say at the end of the day he has to be manageable simple but so obey no be performing and no say up to him me dey I'm no morality judge me dey any say me analysis ni mako which we asimu nyina
who say me manage you
oh aso person ya na do be che asebu money me just you I be ka to say me
say me manage you
I be ka say me you
ada ube gina be twa ntro ka kire me say o person manage you screen time say you screen time wo akwa wo ya wo gina
ne dey
wo dey nko wo
dey na do bia ba wa ka say
obegina radio kesie we so be twa
say
kwabna mi ntimi na me screen time and I na mi ntimi manage
na dey
say you screen time
dey
u busame
dey
u busame
isa o simple na do obi abeka che say my bibia get ka say obi abeka bia che wa because me tia say na chinchire cha o be so ya na do to ase bi say no say me nya body bia You see, Sergio Busquets say, "Obe retire." Now, football, because every day, every hour, you produce top quality players. Which Anna enche, na play only born who bopar kai you know create feel. Which enche na Yedi Xavi Iniesta Busquets in Barcelona. But today there is a new breed of midfielders that is not even allowing us to talk about Sergio Busquets. Sergio is retiring. My reason argument will be pen or Twitter one day. I think it was a Saturday. Rich, the whole of Ghana Twitter, it went on for almost the whole day. Because I want to say me, ever in the history of the game of football, CSU will be a deep line playmaker. Sa Jorginho Muro ni bi, Andrea Pirlo Muro ni bi, Busquets Muro ni bi, Enne Pedri Mo Frankie de Jong Muro ni bi, Romelu. Nobody is better than Sergio Busquets. Say Usi Messi is the greatest of all timer. I am saying that as a DLP, Sergio Busquets is the greatest of all time as well.
All time.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Oh, people argue the whole day. Ghana Twitter, come here. Obi say Andrea Pirlo, and I understood the Andrea Pirlo point of view.
Because me onuna can be bonidi.
Yes, say Andrea Pirlo jina fifi abobodo for Juventus
and
great. But Rich, that is why I qualified it. Because Andrea Pirlo a better midfielder than Busquets. I mean, no problem. But see, because in conformity arguments, you know, Pirlo goals, Pirlo assist. Those were the times Pirlo was playing with Marquinhos. Marquinhos was rather the DLP. And Pirlo elbow CM, no, a critic chance they show goals. Even Pirlo proper DLP. Player AC Milan. It's for me see a good DLP. Oh, me may train with you for more names.
I more some fat my drink some brown. When you coffee again.
Because me
all time.
Rich, you see, I dear about I'm more Sergio Busquets to say. Sergio Busquets played with Xavi Iniesta. Who's Andy Abeton who be become on my mechanism? Who's Abeton? Rich, Sergio Busquets played with Xavi and then Iniesta.
Roland Fabregas said, I disagree. I'll go for Makelele.
Todd Makelele as a DLP. Oh, Fabregas.
Andy Brazil, but Fifi.
Was it Makelele? Andy DLP, Johanna. Andy, greatest of all time, deep line playmaker, Ewana.
Oh, maybe there be a kind of office. If it's a football bus, I
will share ball.
But if it's a football baby, I say,
football baby, I say, oh, my man, football baby.
What's more, the theater say?
Who just say? Before I
can feel me.
Remember the exact day. Who around bear say?
Me late 20s.
Okay,
late 20s.
Never hotel me ama.
Bebre kwa.
Yonkei.
But la mi ama 10
Abrabontia, Abrabo. But no question me say me number 6 say deep line playmaker there Andre Pello.
Was Andre Pello?
That's one me hadwin.
Of course.
It's Andre Pello.
Sergio Busquets me penasem pa. But the me person me mani hu a free deep line playmaker o there.
Pello
Andre Pello na dey side na mama. Because on say ball no do baby a obi ball you can say obo system a defensive system like omu gwachi mid block kese pa but Pello be ma pass back wa who's a pass with there we are striker na 2 anima no anahye o Sergio Busquets bet match ball control mfimfo like okuta ball na nipa be 5 month minje but the me person me hu free me for no Abrante offense Andre Pello na de be ma me.
Okay.
Right, what message is this saying?
Okay, my in some also no hadwin.
Okay.
I'll say the greatest DM of all time, no doubt, Sergio Busquets. Osman Sadiq, Jansen, I'll say Odebema Andre Pello.
Odebema Andre Pello.
Yep. Brighton here. I saw Odebema Zabi Alonso, current Real Madrid coach.
Another solid deal.
Another solid DM. Labi, I'll say Pello wasn't better at defensive action than Busquets. Kwame Billy, I say Busquets is the man. Frank Yeboah, Pello is in a deep liner. Okay? And Bernard Asamoah say Obeko for Michael Essien. The bulldozer. Asante, I say Busquets does not give the same passes as compared to Pello. I agree with Fifi. Okay. Fabregas, I'm saying, no, but so
it was a Seweti. Opposite at your Jose Cambiaso, ADL Piana. So Coban Fatilo. Esteban Cambiaso.
Oh, it's a hunky kind of Agwawi.
I say Esteban Cambiaso had a deep line flavor caro. Cambiaso. It was a so what you come idea. Yeah, Bobo general midfielders. Okay, it was so.
Stone Obo. I say Sergio Busquets all the way. Opoku 1, 2, 3, 4 TV. I say I'll go for Luther Matthäus or Toni Kroos.
Me, I didn't watch Luther Matthäus.
Okay. Yamo and Morris, I see Busquets all the way. Abdul Kofi, Eddie Benno. I say master for me is Kai.
Bear.
So saying far a message the bra for beam that. Man shada nyade na opese ochre okay.
Kanti noka. Kanti.
Okay. Ngolo Kanti.
Yeah.
Names all spelling na. Okoye mistake koye no. Kai okay. Ngolo Kanti. Yeah. All right. Roland Fabregas will say Pep was good. Pep Guardiola.
Matty, I've read about it, but I don't know how good he was. It's with him. Utie, their Nhyira, what you said, what Andy has said, what Fatila said, what I've said. It is clear, say, now in the game, midfielders in Zisiano, adding so many back off, like, oh, yes, Edgeman, Obibo Michael Essien. Michael was not particularly a DLP, but he's a DM. It is Sergio Busquets a DM, but the specific Edgeman plan is to be a deep line playmaker. But deep line playmaker, Edgeman, I don't just own different money bar. So now the game, whatever name you are giving, you have to do a lot of jobs in just one name. And of course, there are going to be a lot of them. But for me, when Joseph Guardiola and Johan Cruyff, Monia, they kept on saying that when you watch the Barcelona team, you will see Sergio. But it is when you watch Sergio Busquets, then you see the football go through him. I never come with and call for Sergio Busquets credit for is that rich. The quality of midfielders he played with, both in the national team and in the Barcelona team, were top level, top tier. And then until they be Me about midfielders here, we mention Xavi, we mention Iniesta, we will not mention Sergio Busquets. But Pello himself played in an advanced role. And Rich, you can't take anything from Pello. Unless he will born out. He is excellent. And I said, yeah, pass no money, and he goes. These are quality players. Yeah, Rich. When he said, Obidia Semi Barca said, Pello wasn't good at the defensive actions. I didn't respect Sergio Busquets. With Sergio Enye Kanti, Onya Makelele, Onya Michaelesian. Yes, but the position in that you can't go. And Rich, and or say everything that he wanted to achieve with his dream club, Barcelona. No, he did achieve that over there for himself. And Rich, look at the trophy hall. Copa del Rey, Champions League 3 times, Supercopa de España, Spanish La Liga, Club World Cup. What trophy? All of them, Abrante friend Sergio Busquets did win for team friend in Barcelona. And these are the numbers: 1-time World Cup winner, 3-time Champions League winner, 1-time a friend is a European winner, 3-time Super Cup winner, 3-time Club World Cup winner, 9-time Spanish La Liga winner, 7-time Copa del Rey, Supercopa de España 7 times. All of them, a lot of trophies. And our friend Sergio Busquets, I hear Jumano Horum. It's congrats to Sergio who celebrates such a top player. Arguments in there can always go on. When it goes in there. Rich. And now, but Madrid about the day before. Barca Babebo. Rich, now when I watch Barcelona, I don't expect the things I was expecting last season. No. And meaning say, and I want to hear from Barca for no. Say, almost both team minutes you show me one, and do they get worried? Because even me, who is just an analyst and I don't watch, I mean, Barca need through and through, I don't get worried. Yesterday, Barca went away to go and play against Real Oviedo. It was a Barca team. Now, if you feel like a system kakra, and another may catch you say, the Barca team now is still scoring, even in the absence of a bench of Lamine Yamal. And ball, nice, the same thing, no issues. They get the goals, they get the assists. On the camera. You see, one thing that you've probably not pointed out of why this Barca team is more dangerous than last season Barca team, let me say. Which last season? Any pattern and say Barca goals, no more assists, no more. Yeah, Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, and it was a bunch of Lamine Yamal. If you look at all the goals, no, last season, he did Ballon d'Or come on. You see, Rafinha goals and assists, the of the chair will be out there. Rich, in all of those goals Rafinha scored, most of them were assisted by Benchefen Lamine Yamal. Most of the goals that were scored by Lamine Yamal was assisted by Benchefen Rafinha, with Robert Lewandowski getting the goals as well. Rich, this season, Barca's top scorer goals and assists this season. It's not either Lamine Yamal, neither is it Rafinha, neither is it Benchefen Robert Lewandowski. In fact, who come game time as at this time last season compared to this time, and they've played less time together. But still, this is a team that they even face much more adversity and they get a job done. They went away to go and play Levante the last time before now. Omuko 2-0 down at halftime. Which in the second half, a certain Pedri Porter got an equalizer for them, and then they won the game. Valencia Eba, the Johan Cruyff. It was Abrante friend Femi Lopez that picked the pockets together with Ferran Torres, and then they beat Valencia for them. Then last night, look at the starting lineup for Barcelona. Juan Garcia, Gerard Martin, Pau Kubasi, Eric Garcia, Abrante Ferro, Ronald Araujo, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Pedri, Casado, Dani Olmo, and Abrante Ferro, Marcus Rashford in that regard. Which in the first half, Barca were down by a goal to 0. And I'm not surprised that in front of Sport, almost found the grand remontanda. So a huge remontanda, and now Barca won every time. Almost a remontanda. Yeah, it was a high line kakra. And a body baby so much. So the job of Juan Garcia is to be a sweeper goalkeeper. Rich. Juan Garcia P. And I watch the tactical ball piece. Well, P. So about the clear line about the clear, first control was good. Second control was good. Or pass that came. Then the Garcia on the other side of Oviedo, and share 1 goal to 0. Rich, you see, Nhyira Flick has had his 50th game as Barcelona manager. But for me, it's not about the wins. It's just like Xabi, the simple decisions. No, only Nhyira Flick here at halftime. I loved it. Me, baby, second half Asha Boro. And me catch out that say, oh, let's see what Nhyira Flick will do because on the bus any. You win at Flick, I hope it's not touch now, man. When you know, and I saw the fourth official bring up the ball. They say, oh, my changes. Change it, man. Oh, you make Casado a free. And the bunch of friend Frankie the Young about the ship. Why? He wants control because they can't really break down Oviedo for them. Rich, Frankie the Young gets into the game, and just in the opening minutes of it, he starts the process of build-up. Then Eric Garcia makes it 1-1. Then in the 70th minute, Oya bunch of friend Rafinha Frimu and the Robert Lewandowski Babeshemu, a half space cross from the right. Only Rafinha Frimu and all the Marcus Rashford Kobo right. It's Rashford and they keep you waiting from Barcelona on the right, and he push a bunch of friend Frankie Dio into the right half space or clip him on the pay. Which Lewandowski didn't see Bo when I make us say, hey, before there was Ellen Haaland there, there was a certain Robert Lewandowski. Now, senior DBA can born there. Uboka Kraku ni man krani be beba. So we say NCB in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Nobody will speak of Robert Lewandowski.
Especially more Gen Z for them.
So what you say? Mose be brave, baba say. Because the senior man konyeshi. But how Robert Lewandowski? Ese Eric Bailly. Okay, Eric Bailly. And now he was good. Before say Barca bet say can maybe he would have been the man of the match. Or Eric Bailly him. Edin itini pen ball ban as share no. You could tell that this is a striker that knows his shot. And what Ronald Araujo in the 88th minute, Emmanuel 3 goes to 1, which still 2 points. Now, my question to you and Barca fans, and now Araujo share, Lewandowski share, Bono enye fair to say last season. But it looks as if Barca will do the job, like me slow, Kokoda. And now say, Yebo game, coach ni share no, not 14 odds, any 13 odds enable. Now Barca matching kwa. I'm going to Twitter say this is something drastic happens. Barca have won the 13 odds, the 14 odds, never. And Pampa, they got a job done 2 goals to 1. Which when you watch Barca, do you get a sense to say, "Ebia omo mobile efero, ebetina ha omana."
No. Football is all about result.
So that they are not picking, picking, but almost say. General picking.
That's the most important thing. Real Madrid first game, they no boy.
Yeah.
But he won. And I said they won. And only the most important thing. So what I said, sometimes football, yes, it's not make us say, your orientation about the game, no. Yeah. Born a papa, you be who's will be to training a day. But coaches also back out to say, pack and also the day, pa. And they say about point result.
Okay.
So what I say, it is a born and you fair and meet standard near the no. I don't think and only Yaseka that be able to shoot Barcelona. Yeah. Yabola Liga ni we are the end of the day.
So far as they are winning.
So winning kwan no be La Liga na. Me sure say Barca ni better na be aka so on happy.
Especially this weekend where Madrid Madrid derby against Atletico de Madrid with the wonder.
Sure.
Enti ono share 2 points. Madrid no one Atletico de Madrid there. It's Nico baby. In fact, most of the times that game has drawn in recent times. Into Kokosha, Rich, I need to specially mention Frankie de Jong again.
Super Frankie.
Because I understand sometimes, maybe Pedri, in fact, I like Pedri more than him. But I feel like sometimes the way Pedri is too aesthetically pleasing. And as I say, oh, shit, Pedri, we tend to focus too much on Pedri. But Frankie is very effective too. And now, he was the key cog to come and assist Pedri in breaking down that Oviedo team our second half, and he deserves all the special mention against Team Friend Football Club for Team Friend Football Club Barcelona, because now Hansi Flick 50 wins as Barcelona manager, 67 games, 50 wins, 8 draws, just 9 losses. For bench here friend Frankie de Jong, which we are going back into the English Premier League weekend. Crystal Palace will play Liverpool.
What a match!
Yeah. And they are playing at the Selhurst Park.
2 teams I say only unbeaten.
Yeah.
In the Premier League.
Oh, Premier League.
That Liverpool 100% record.
Yes, and one of your draws.
Both draws.
Almost Selhurst Park. Who go Gitika and Kwafa form no? When the red card into Mobi. But even with Ekitike's absence, there is going to be a better your friend Alexander Isak in the team. It is going to be a cracker of the match. This weekend, Arsenal echo Newcastle. They can't afford to lose points here because you're 15-10. Yet it's a bit yellow. Nani charo.
So Liverpool be 5
points. It's a weird mistake. Nasa Haseno, a starting book came away Newcastle. Arsenal so call Newcastle obre.
Newcastle so
on starting years, Votaman the band the crowd goes in share my. So how is it going to be like when Arsenal go there? Then the Estonia Mospe, who sits in third, they have a crunch game to play. Bournemouth, Andoni Ariola elbow match. Then you know, say a better game, a better tough. Which Enzo Maresca lose 2 games, and there is a lot of pressure.
So, Tiano, and Brentford.
You have to now find a way to build on the momentum after Chelsea. And United should. If United want to be taken serious, Ruben Amorim himself, if he wants to be taken serious, he has to beat Brentford and away from home at the G-Tech.
I know you have no problem.
Oh no, me analysis. You can decide to approach it as a United fan. I will analyze and give you the pros and cons. Okay. But can United beat match Brentford? And yes, they can. The problem is that when United play against the big boys, United are the best team in the world. But so that is where questions are asked of them. Or China Brian in Buemo is in the sea or come back to Nchi. I hope they do because they're early kickoff. So if they do, that is great. Which Enzo Maresca has to win. And yes, sir, pressure be ban also from next week. Which imagine that this weekend, Chelsea bought Brighton. So Maresca and Shah. In the next game, your Champions League game, who do you coach over? Jose Mourinho. Just imagine how Jose Mourinho can ride on that mind game and then weak Chelsea mindset. If Chelsea doesn't beat Brighton to get the confidence,
Benfica to win.
Benfica. What I'm making emphasis. I'm talking about the coach and the ability to ride on it. No problem. But what I'm saying is that the average fan doesn't care about Mourinho. Well, because Mourinho asa, Chelsea so just listen.
Benfica
say Benfica team. Niame can say Jose Mourinho in the Benfica team niba. Now so you low in confidence, he can ride on it. That's what I'm saying. It's different from the Benfica team. Chelsea has to find a way to beat Brentford. So many tactical board now me Jepa. Because Rich.
Brentford.
Brighton, I'm had much now. I think I open Brighton Anna. So I go in your Brighton and cover fans and I call you 1 point to me.
Now Brighton won't be sure.
Brighton and who won? Oh, you see to me, what's his name? Arsenal 4 legend. Ian Wright said Chelsea can't beat them. Anybody that says that Chelsea to me Brighton has a legitimate claim. And you see, that's what I keep on saying, say that is what 2 losses does to a season.
This season, team BR on the Chelsea bubble. Now, Chelsea 4 and 5 now your target BR, you beat Chelsea.
No problem. Me personal analysis. Me personal simplistic analysis.
Simplest way to beat Chelsea. Simple. Is to target them 4 and 5. No.
Nothing men are much men will be born target to 4 and 5. Obi a better. No problem. But the American is a team. Obi a better target.
Kofa ayadara be free form. My analysis abe wa.
Say.
Be videos. Hey. Rich akwano the ball stopping dear ben is ada be inku
ada be sunejine mo share last season
na Chelsea ko fa player ba minima ni kura de no na adara bia sa akwo wakwa upeja bo gro ntimi mpem
adara bia we fa na upeja bo wet ba pem
yanu mo refi
na adara bia o bo na go
ye boni say o jino za na afa no
na ma go share
that in buamu red card
na adara bia ni so na adara bia na u twa ntona me jose na adara bia adara bia
Trevor Chalobah wasa onya de
na no moto no
fofo na onya de
na no moto no
wan mo yere
Trevor Chalobah moto no we
o mo anto no
ya anto no
onye mu player
yantono
onye mu player
se wo ba be tu net yantono it's nyame admo
nene za da be so mo far free
say na make us
so boy
nti gba wo na wo kan say me dey o mate
wi gro mo
o mate wo na o team ne ye enso sisi ye table na se a wo do nya ka wo dey house wie ye afina be cheche mo kra mo ye table na se a wa yera
why ma me ka so jo ye nya se Chelsea wi a ye mfa Premier League no bi mo
ntu de ma to de ma me nya me analysis na me ya ma wo ai ma me nya madwuma me ye madwuma no wi a de Manchester United fu bi which my problem is that Chelsea able Brighton and Hove Albion just 2 losses and me person we TFO keep track of exactly what I'm saying is too much against no mean teams, especially Bayern. And a Chelsea you lose here and I say it looks as if the season is coming down. Then imagine you stay at home and you play against Brighton and Hove Albion, and then you also lose the game against them. And I was saying something to you. Then, if Jose Mourinho is coming to the Stamford Bridge with what he has as a coach, to push team psychologically, he will feel like he can take advantage of the Chelsea mindset, a little bit low psychologically. He will feel like it. So what I'm driving at is that at the end of the day, Enzo Maresca has to beat Brighton and Hove Albion. It doesn't have to be nice. It doesn't have to be flamboyant. There's no no shit. Now, and now you're in the pre-match press conference. You that's my bad. Centre backs now, Levaco Leprano. Tosin Adria. He's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Rich, it was our press conference. Cole Palmer out. Also till after the international break. Now we're talking about Barca and their success, even in the absence of a bright friend and Lamine Yamal. Rich, this is the data of Cole Palmer when he is on and when he is not on. Rich, with Cole Palmer or Chelsea, 67 games without team 11. Chelsea are winning 52.2. So Bobia. So Odima 36.4%. Chelsea in team winning 2.0 goals per game with Cole Palmer. 1.3 with him. It reduces if Cole Palmer is out. Expected goals per game, that is with the assist, with a chance creation, 1.89. Or when Cole Palmer is out, 1.80 reduced. Points per game, 1.8 to Cole Palmer. Without Cole Palmer, it reduces to 1.4. So there is a big problem for Enzo Maresca. But it's Midisi Kwano. Then Enzo Maresca in the absence of Cole Palmer. Oh, you know, then Kabeka. And you answer me, Mayana. Oh, unka be the me, Momo Bezo Mechanic. Me, come on, Master. Unka be here. And yet, the Anakabi.
Abranti we ba. My friend Brighton for that catch him said, the idea on our route 1. We keep an year, route 1, route 1. And call for no for infa on Massa Papa. And one of us away. Say ya. And then I'll be in the absence of Kupama.
I don't know any make any Kupama center backs. On say now can say toss in the plan and Liverpool and so the press conference no o wi no ka say around TFN say Wesley Fofana. Ye ne link on concussion. Into according to FIFA man na so 12 days.
Into onu so mobi.
Into be me say ye game against Brentford.
Okay.
Ye ne Liverpool. And of a Champions League against Benfica.
I say Brentford.
Kofi.
I say the next game Brighton. I say Liverpool.
No Adara Biayo.
No Fofana. No Cowell.
I saw no crowd to play.
And I make an no Cowell also. Chelsea Chiono. I can only a champion. Anybody Ashili. Anyone be.
Kofi.
And a Chaloba.
And maybe some casting with you.
I say when I guy.
It's a football in total.
Center back here.
Too much now, man. We are trying to watch. Over here, put him not born down.
You are watching now. Of course, you're bar. You don't know to know exactly what.
I'm going to be a miacho.
And I just say, yeah.
And you remember, of course, yeah. I didn't me. I do not to.
I want to a jump.
Just a jump. Oh, but
Chaloba hit me.
Why? Chaloba.
Number by Ashili.
Or no, grandma for the chat not to.
I never could. I ever feel. Yeah, Kupama, you are Messiah Maresca. With Ombo and Fifi 3, Papa. Ombo Andre Santos mo na mo James Nkone nyame admochna ye dey analysis na papa ti dey ye first word nyame adma Monday si dey nyame ndu afofina se fa dey a say oh yeah what you do is what we don't go for patch of my street which and now minim say twa coats you are here and I don't know what you are doing honestly speaking
and now 2
13 odds and you see any 5 and 3 and 13 odds
and then 11
and 14
sorry 14 yeah
that's what people sent a lot of message Michelle OG code media first one obitima for pen paper on radio BW14369C89 second one BW14368C81 third one BW14367B6D last one BW1436565E nya kari nya ko Fifi Manfred WhatsApp Twitter, Facebook, wherever you get all of the codes, no extra hold them. And a diaspora phone the last time I will come.
Yeah. You are just a come once now. You know how I be see.
We'll put a number out. No matter set up on a group.
No problem. It is some more outside Ghana now. Now must say any group mama say nebi amon so betimi apply some bet our bruche no na kofi kan ho asem no. Mama yentem nka na afi ye hu kwan de be fa so na yen start emfa emamo ya be fie yemfa afisem no ento aso fa mamo medical catchem se kuma asa soro kotim no alande ewo eye Nhyira Lagos enti omo bo omo ho na omo fa bus akọ abiekuta ho na omo ne Car United second leg no enso ebetimi abaso awo ho na traveling squad ne say ne city o johnny alawon YouTube in Shark TV kuma asa soro kotim no ebra omu free eyen kan kutuka no omo omo ni achim awo Lagos Nigeria Abraham Kodru aye Mutala Mohammed International Airport no yedini na ato aye YouTube in Shark TV wonso betuma ba na ba bi players e two kwan ni goalkeepers miyenu Aziz Haruna Dari na Asijoa Mohammed Kamara amoni two goalkeepers kuma ase asana kodu mu two kwan midfield defenders no aye Lord Amwa Musa Hamzata Joseph Amwa Patrick Asiedu, Zakaria Fuseni, Ansu Henry, Samba Onia, and Joseph Ablo, Omo ene eye Emrantia, Omo so a complete defenders no come for that in 15 ho. Together with the wingers no, Seth Kojo, Lord Hilary Adabo, Joe Hibet, Entry Emmanuel, Fuseni, Walid Nema, Amwa Philip, Listewo Hene. And Apitamidu, Omo enso complete midfielders no. Oko aye anim honma force no. Aye Donzo, aye Mofin, and Albert Amwa. Omo so and a complete anim ho. Adi ama aye Kumasi Asante Oko America say Omo abo aye Nigeria omo boabo omo ho for nyame adoma Sunday and amone Car United game no. And so ebetimi abaso awo aye ahwa ahon ensem no ena yede amamu awo aye dwumadie no so okọ omunua no baabia ni Gold Stars omon so said in anim no omo ekọ aye Algeria na according to omo itinerary no omo so say from Kotoka no omo abe transit awo aye Turkey enti ombe transit or Turkey and sana from Turkey na omodo omoni achim awo ay Orges ansa no omo so no akoboabo amo ebro ni AGS Kabili of Algeria ebobonti Gold Stars team no omo so ene edo omo ato ay YouTube in Shark TV ebro so awo kutuko omo boabo amo na omodo omoni achim awo ay Algeria no yede ato ay YouTube in Shark TV onso betu abana ababehwe binti the good news is that kumasa so no kodie omo atache aye down ombefa road na omo wrem awo abiakuta govi kotoko team na lande kama pa ede nyame ase so omo
okay omo lande awo Lagos
yes I
feel no be drive ya ko abiakuta
no omo say 1 hour 30 minutes
okay
so
be 1 p.m. 2 p.m.
yeah na omo
say en be shake ups kakere nya don betime train papa
Mami, me entie Safuduku.
All right.
Ebra, all my and Kotoko itinerary, no, entie say, omo betimi aye training. And so, our bra, Mubaka could do nafi, emfa Jumadino, emfa, and 2020. Safuduku on Kumasa Sonoko itinerary, in TV.
All right, so the arrangement is say, you will feel a crowd Friday morning. Now, with expectations, say in the next 4 hours or so, near settle fully our final destination. The flight, it's about 1 hour 40 minutes or so, and then from Lagos to Abeokuta, by road, it's about 1.5 hours. So the expectation is that within 4 hours, maybe they are settled down. That's Saturday, we have the opportunity to train. That's Sunday match, about so 4 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. Ghana time, and the contingent, will be 35, made up of 20 players. 15 technical and management members.
Okay, and so la Safuduku dia, it means that and no ebia no mama boys na arrested. No chinani mumu no. Or my training. On the game Nigeria 4. Yeah. And a Ghana 3 because Nigeria 4 only lead 1R. Ain't I know I want some no. All right, and a Ghana Premier League. We see shots here. Friday night football. House of Folk and Techiman 11 wonders. And at the Promotional. Ko Didi Dramani head of the game on also then some kakra at the Atuga Yintino na Yemfa a mini game no home and come on.
Side, they are very disciplined side. They are a very organized side, and so we respect what they bring, but we try to impose our authority in terms of our style of play and in terms of our game model. And so we are very positive in terms of how we have to approach. We just have to be able to take the necessary spaces that are needed and then try as much as possible to control the game when we don't have the ball. They are very disciplined side. They are a very organized side, and so we respect what they bring, but we try to impose our authority in terms of our style of play and in terms of our game model. And so we are very positive in terms of how we have to approach. We just have to be able to take the necessary spaces that are needed and then try as much as possible to control the game when we don't have the ball.
Okay, Didi Dramani ahead of Omone Techima 11 wonders in Neno. And now I'll say 11 wonders team no show Omo a very good side. Omo ya ade pa. Na ade ba ko a catch na ranten ne say ono ni team. So o bad no coach e be cho so ko park de so aye ne no peso hu. Enti I'll say ade ba ko a and the House of Folk e be ye at the foot of play and it say ubohu ono coach no ne nsa no e players ne so. Said they watch us boys in the end no number ye. Said I be umbetimi take control of the game because only a side bit is set 11 wonders almost a good side boy. Uhia sa niam no. Said I be on to game no. Ubetimi afa aye the 3 maximum points no na wetimi at the akọ when him no we no and na osi enim ho no. Omo bibia so mo aye dey na so mo ye wo enim yinti Didi Dramani.
I think that being more clinical in front of goal, means a lot because we need to intensify our setting of the mental approach where we can stay very consistent, where we can stay very relevant, and where we can continue to express our direction and also keep our identity prevailing. But we need that confidence of creating 3 chances and making all, creating 4 and making 3, creating 5 and making 4, and you need games, you need wins to be able to intensify these aspects. And I believe that with consistency and sustainable approaches, we'll get there gradually once the league is on.
Okay, and the coach say yes, the team no obianim. Waka say the team no so wie oguso. Omo eguso omo esua de. Na ade ba ko a ofiu say eye headache de man pa. Eye House of Folk e de ball na e to atrenim no. O say eno ne ade ba ko oguso a oye ho adwuma pa because in a game say House to be 4 chances. Now unya players on betimi de mu be 2 and 3. E be go atenima always say your coach short. Say game na wura mu no. Onso betimi asheba enya no no hu. House nya be 5 bia no match ba ko bi. O say chance no mo say no e doso. Eno ene ade ba ko gusu a oye ho adwuma ansa na nyame adoma nyimre 5 pm. Omo ene Techima 11 wonders game no. and so etimi abasokovi yeah game ne kakrai Gold Stars Kotoko has game ne kakrana yemfa 900.
Rich, I think that first of all, maybe I would want to go straight to a Ghana Premier League game because Nyami had much na see bar a proper breakdown analysis or tactical board no so on Kotoko game on the ball on Sunday and of course Gold Stars game is on the ball. But Rich, see, Coach Didi Dramani and Statiligri, it was a draw at home.
United
and a newly promoted side, the same style like it is as for a struggle newly promoted side the Kokosi, and they went away from home. Mind you, on Friday, Abrana has if one echo your friend is in the new Kraku Astro Tefno boss game no against Dreams. No. All of us sounded a warning bells. Ekache Coach Didi Dramani says one shot against Dreams are problems, Weber. Now he is going to be under a lot of pressure. Obo will say after he has a phone now, will begin to ask questions of him and says, "Massa, Bono, you are not doing well as a coach." Meaning, Sena, Pato, Monia, they will ask questions of him. Ebony Mo begin to ask questions of him. Say, "Massa, Jumano Metini Ayana." Which and it was against a dream side that all of us were saying that Patrick Dorman was doing a good job. It was an expectedly delivered game. In fact, so who should game even regularly? Watch it again. The job of us for goalkeeper Benjamin Asare as say Dreams for Babe Presia has for no Amoboni Bonu. They decide to play from the back and exploit the space of Dreams. After the game, we spoke about the importance of our branch friend Hussein in our hearts team and in the quality across board. Me catch up say, or decided say game no kwakobona away from home. On ball pan frane. He was going to go into the game without a pan frane. No about Karimu on Fifi. And it was much more physical and has got a job done. They are staying at home to play against team, my friend, 11 Wonders. Rich, in the history of the Ghana Premier League, it has a buffia. If it is teams that are traveling to come home last season, you catch us say they struggle when they play at home.
And I said,
yeah, but in all of that, Rich, the deeper analysis, say, but almost against sides that are from that side of the country, bonus side, Nebana has a comfortable. Omunya results no fee. Generally, they don't do too well at home. But the ones when teams are coming from that side of the country, the northern side, the northern belt of Ghana, no, has a team no fee. And also against team, your friend, Techima 11 Wonders. Wonders at the 15th position. Accra so folk our 4th position. And also the first 2 games of Techima 11 Wonders, on winning match of Akokra. On winning even a single match of Ghana Premier League game. 1 draw, 1 loss. And it tells you that Hearts of Folk, if they do their things well, where your match, I want you 3 points at 2. Oh, but on a Friday night, what you 2 of them? Then you sit down through the weekend, Kotoko was standing game, BBN Gold Stars was standing game, Samantes was way, Obia will say, you get your 3 points and then you go into it. And I think that Coach Didi Dramani wait my Jumano. Last week, Lions set Snefi out of Wonder set Snefi out of Lions Koshed 1-0. The week before the opener, no, Oko away to Basakoli Stars Okobo 0-0. So it's important. Now, it comes down to how Coach Didi Dramani will approach the game against Wonders. Because Wonders when you took one person will back 5 and a back 3. No more cardroom. That is why when they went away to Basake, no more 0-0 they buy. But how will you play against them to break them down? Because the last time if one buy, they made it difficult for us to break them down. And like I've told you, in the 2 games of Boyna, one Sunday holding midfielder, or apart from the first one, and the second one of Karim. So who is he going to play? Will Hussein also start in this game? Because I think he should. From the off, on Bono. Not so bit on Bono natural wingers Nibi, Mauli Wayomo, to stretch the play because Obi Boy in the back 5, we have players in Sia and a room in the last line. Now they are picking up pockets, no one goes no F1 because Osha has a 4 game one boy against United or Benjamin Asare, Abdul Karim, SSB, Subontain, Befi, Duku, Hussein, Abemu, Kakari, Mensa, and of course, Obo David Opanfrane at the starting lineup. But when you go to the Dreams FC game, no boy, now, Rich, there were a lot of changes. It was in the second half, and Opanfrane by and it tells you say Hearts needs to make some more changes and then impose themselves in the match, which I think is a Hearts best.
Oh, yeah, level.
If you share.
Yama telephone room.
You build the confidence.
Me focus.
And then there's a focus. But has the phone in frame more. We are confident, and after the 2 games now, especially one after dreams, are they confident?
3220 A3581 A3582 A3583. Yam famo kakra. Na yen sign entro dwumadie so emfa ma me hwese manya me first caller. Awo aye ahomano so hello.
Well, Charles.
Yes sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now here.
Yami adom.
Oh, no. But you know me say.
Oh, yebeshe.
You say most things the match the league now here.
Yeah, but yebechire bi asi na azezi. Bo ne humbo.
Oh, okay. The me the most people say Germany never support the world and never born and then you go and that's what tomorrow.
Mate.
Me give say na don't so I know me so how to do that's it.
Okay, and so yeah that's emfa next caller. Hello.
Hello, Rich.
Yes sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fabric new regiment kasi.
Okay.
Ode nyamisha mna na so papa modema na na say. You say net here has the number really 2 Nepal really. Nyamisha.
Mate. It has also has ebe share 2 near. Hello.
Rich.
Yes sir.
Champion Richard.
Yes sir.
Nana
Puku.
Yes sir.
Now to say.
We have friend number na me see o.
Okay, Mate. Me da so number there me fro. Right.
Okay. What is the number we are?
Okay.
I'm about to Mr. or US with you pa on contact. Na Richard, na ma Sunday ko to match no. Yeah, bomb pack test is in the combo. Kwempia so. Aje bia draw here. Never met na qualify. Nke babata mo ti pa so mo ko bia. Na me kan mo ho. Na lack na makot kwa fa. Ntimi nku enim pa. Me so am tell them about Mia, the next president. Na ha se dia na dia mo draw.
Ate na Poku yemfa next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes sir.
We did the cake what? Mr. Jeffrey the fire council. Mr. Martin Lance, any anything. Because the dear, Omu national team the ball drawer. So no one 3 so the say up wake up. You could go when you must have to NTA no protocol. Yeah, what a drama Ghana. You call Nigeria could include Yaba. You be a mobile and back of the does it.
And so yeah that's it. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Amos.
A portrait about the papa, the Jimena papa, and somehow, and some papa, maybe a Kotoko Japan is here in Japan, the Yarmouth city. Africa went to Nankobi, which had no such a bubble. Africa, yeah, your home, I said 3, when you say your qua, yeah, just one in the Mestre, young Chukin, my quite a better 2 goes piano. Young person to mention, a woman shall be my son, and the spirit of Kotoko, a bit my count, or be 1 point 30 minutes, the never conquering.
That's it, me dance say hello. Hello, next caller. Yes, sir.
Ricardo.
Yes, sir. Mr. Doviniana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, me too.
And also, the team I love you on the star. Over you, but I'm not for that's why we are on the corner. If you are telling me that, and yes, you should be anyway, and I want to. Yes, and we are for you. Now, now,
oh, that's what I'm doing, Nigeria. Mate. Mr. Dove, yemfa last caller na yentwa homra so ho. Ne emeto aso mama. Hello.
Richardo.
Koko doctor.
Richardo.
Bernard Amwania Udin here, aka air condition specialist.
This is a phone that's for editor no mama star. I'll turn them all lucky. Na me ya connection the name am here. Opani
aso folk and they did akono no if you can bomb pie between assess our match we are mine. You also say they are has your first match, your ball draw, second match, the third match, no, young pound so. That's what young Kosovo. Now, Assembly Ribo.
Yento Jimedian is insurance 4.5. I catch them say, LIVESTREAM corporate games, and also a basso. Na, in fact, a games are the corporate word the trends are the flow bia. So, but tiny idea no to da mi ni agro kakra. So we want to on exercise input to so take this opportunity na yini na no nyame ya adoma next month on the 11th our Pado Park yemfa a games no from kwahye so in fact games ni bebre ebobobo SEO penalty female 5-a-side volleyball table tennis sack race sanso and a flip the bottle athletics draft pool games. That games will be and able to get a war a Pado Park into a two and side flow be a network in Bushu. So, Edaya on the bank for a baba. If you got company who piss can be glad I all lie. Bet me Hona, nobody didn't come on now. So, bang, if you can now so porn so much. Hona as a network and be beer, come. What do you come on? Nessa Biano, I come. And Tiasa, see a good yagrono. You bet me, I said the business and come and so Hona. Yet me a socialize kama ama bibiano etimi akoyenti yetu ensa the flow biabra na onso obey your registration number ni ne 0245 594 425 0245 594 425 Jumadi Medimosi Process Center Oma South Cinema catch us say your opposite man tinim enti nyame admo china me nda say e yade a okwa ye be show opposite ne be bia etimi dia ma yare bia medimosis ye hwe wo dia ben so bitu anamo no aba ne ahwe kama ama ho so no etimi ato ye number ne 0246 360906 ye wo Kumasi Santase ahinema kokobe ye ba sisi ana eto aso
garlic bitters
a proper breakdown analysis or tactical board no so on Kotoko game on the ball on Sunday and of course Good Stars game is on the ball. But Rich, see, Coach Didi Dramani and Statiligre, it was a draw at home.
United
and a newly promoted side, the same style you need to ask for a struggle newly promoted side the Kokosi, and they went away from home. Mind you, on Friday, Abrana has one echo. Your friend is in the new Kraku AstroTurf game against Dreams. No. All of us sounded a warning bells. Ekache Coach Didi Dramani says one shot against Dreams are problems. Now he is going to be under a lot of pressure. Obo will say after he has a phone now, we begin to ask questions of him and says, "Masa, Bono, you are not doing well as a coach." Sena Pato Munia, they will ask questions of him. Ebony Mo begins to ask questions of him. Say, Masa, Ejumanu Metimi Ayana. Which and it was against the dream side that all of us were saying that Patrick Dormer was doing a good job. It was an expectedly delivered game. In fact, so who should game even regularly? Watch it again. The job of us for goalkeeper Benjamin Asare as say dreams for Nebabe Presia. Has for no Amoboni Bonu, they decide to play from the back and exploit the space of dreams. After the game, we spoke about the importance of our friend Hussein in that Hearts team and in the quality across board. Me catch say, decided say game no kwakobona away from home. On board Panfrane. He was going to go into the game without a Panfrane. No about Karimu on Fifi. And it was much more physical and has got a job done. They are staying at home to play against team, my friend. 11 wonders. Rich, in the history of the Ghana Premier League, so has a buffia. If it is teams that are traveling to come home last season, you catch us say they struggle when they play at home.
And I said,
yeah, but in all of that, Rich, the deeper analysis, say, but almost against sides that are from that side of the country, Bono side, Nebana has a comfortable. Omunya results no fee. Generally, they don't do too well at home. But the ones when teams are coming from that side of the country, the northern side, the northern belt of Ghana, no, Oba has a team no fee. And Ochina against team, your friend, Techima 11 Wonders. Wonders at the 15th position. Accra so folk our 4th position. And also the first 2 games of Techima 11 Wonders, on winning match Wakokra.
or winning even a single match of Ghana Premier League game. 1 draw, 1 loss. And it tells you that Hearts of Oak, if they do their things well, where a match I want you 3 points at all. Oh, but on a Friday night, what you 2 of them? Then you sit down through the weekend, Kotoko was standing game, BBN Goes was standing game, Samantes way, Obia will say, you get your 3 points and then you go into it. And I think that Kodiri Dramani Vetima Jumano last week, Lions set Snefi out of won the set Snefi out of Lions Koshen 1-0. The week before the opener, Okwa away to Baseke Holy Stars Okobo 0-0. So it's important. Now it comes down to how Coach FND Dramani will approach the game against Wonders. Because Wonders when you took one person ball back 5 and a back 3. No more cardroom. That is why when they went away to Baseke, no more 0-0 they buy. But how will you play against them to break them down? Because the last time I heard if one buy, they made it difficult for us to break them down. And like I've told you, in the 2 games of boy now, assistant the holding midfielder, or apart from the first one, and the second one of Karim. So who is he going to play? Will Hussein also start in this game? Because I think he should. From the off, Ombono. Naso Betimia, Ombono, natural wingers, Nibi, Mauli Waremo, to stretch the play, because Obi boy in the back 5, Unya players in Sia and Enum in the last line. Now they are picking up the pockets to watch the goals, everyone, because Osha has a 4 game one boy against United, Obo Benjamin Asari, Abdul Karim, SSCB, Subontain, Befi, Duku, Hussein, Ebemu, Kakari, Mensah, and of course, Obo David Opanfrane at the starting lineup. But when you go to the Dreams FC game, no boy, now, Rich, there were a lot of changes. It was in the second half, and Opanfrane by and it tells you, say, Hearts needs to make some more changes and then impose themselves in the match, which I think is a Hearts beshe.
Oh,
feel beshe.
Yama telephone room.
You build the confidence. And then it's so focus. But Hearts if one frame more, we are confident. And after the 2 games now, especially the one after Dreams, are they confident?
3220 A3581 A3582 A3583. Yam from Kakra. Na yensan ento adwumade no so emfa ma me hwese manya me first caller awo eye ahoma no so hello.
Well, Charles.
Yes sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now here.
Yami adom.
Oh no. Now tuna mesede.
Oh yebeshe.
Nta mo so to the match the league na here.
Yeah, but yebechire wi azu na azezi. Bo ne humbo.
Okay.
A proper breakdown analysis or tactical board no so on Kotoko game on the ball on Sunday and of course Good Stars game is on the ball. But Rich, see, Coach Didi Dramani and Statiligre, it was a draw at home.
Oh, United
and a newly promoted side, the same style you need to ask for a struggle newly promoted side the Kokosi, and they went away from home. Mind you, on Friday, Abrana has if one echo. The friend is in the new Astro Tef game against Dreams. All of us sounded a warning bells. Ekache Coach Didi Dramani says one shot against Dreams are problems, Weber. Now he is going to be under a lot of pressure. Obo will say after he has a 4 now, we begin to ask questions of him and says, Massa, Bono, you are not doing well as a coach. Sena Pato Monia, they will ask questions of him. Ebony Mo begins to ask questions of him. Say, Massa, Jumano Metini Ayana. Which and it was against a dream side that all of us were saying that Patrick Dorman was doing a good job. It was an expectedly delivered game. In fact, so who should game even regularly? Watch it again. The job of us for goalkeeper Benjamin Asare as say dreams for Babe Presia. Has if one they decide to play out from the back and exploit the space of Dreams. After the game, we spoke about the importance of our brand friend Hussein.
Betting companies in Bibri and our Ghana, why bet and why bet. But with there be ambusa one costing. So betting company now no my year Duma sa the Bepim Sabri Kasei. And for so pan when you dear film ho. Asa say bia o debate aso akrambusa no I won say nya answer papa bia mfama because ho no aye utwa bet na udia na onya bibidi fi o wa ni a onya bibia he betway no enu ntimi yesi switch na bra betway asa say wan ni bet no yesan awo niam bibria ye wo edema as a customer so enti aye giving back to the society eno na betway eno na mom standing out they are the best betting company in the world. Now, reason in the in when we say bets, our bet we are say football, sports, casino, whatever bet be a uche biano. Ucha ya no nya point. Ucha ya no nya point. Ucha ya no nya point. Na point no the ma uche na point no e kosoro. O point no betimi a convert e dia yesika. Sika no is either say obetimi de twa bet na abi. Ana obetimi de yi na de obeso do sika ye bia no. Odu sika ne dia. Onzo wa pra me kan a shock you. Anu nti enam se bra bet way. Now also place your bet your hobby because the more you place your bet, the more chances of points air cost na chesa wonso no what me ayisi candidate the opposite of the bia so the betwa bet to and say obeso the obi bia wonso no what me ayi na what me edi aye name channel so terms and conditions applied. Regulated by Gaming Commission of Ghana. O bet here aya na wa bet responsibly. Only 18 years and pacho agudie onso wonka ho sika odi be ye obibi papa na mesrawo emfa enkutwa eye bet so ho na se bia no enye kama pa emfa ema ho ye so ye ba be farm so ma menye birthday na ye nkofa no kase no emfa ema mo happy birthday to Abena Safowa oye nurse ni ewo eye Confanoche Teaching Hospital aho na eye Abena Safowa oye adwuma awo Confanoche Teaching Hospital we if you Mr. Kofi Edudumfe, news editor, multimedia, commercial unit, no, and wife, Jennifer Asantua Edumfe. I'm gonna say you show happy birthday. Yamin show pa no nyakese. In fact, I would bia nyankopon emfabi emfa enomo ene a special day in your life. Abena Safo aye juma awo aye Confanoche Teaching Hospital. Happy birthday to you. Etiye for infancy na adom kase ne nto so. Nyame adom ochina no nkono ye besan enemo ehia na ye fa adom kase nwie ya mo amonim se ne Friday edition of Obra Atoa no nya asem keto akura. Ohima benewa eni tu ne etra sisisie na ebra yakofa adom kase no etimi edi abram tu koso anama afide ne na ha na onsutie ensema ene eba Obra show no enso eso. Richard Ndé yakramo.
And ye fear the boja ye the end ye de brewe. Na nya yanko, wunim se kasebo ye de be ye near filling stations aworo